What's up, everybody? It's Eric from the On the Runs podcast, and I'm here with one of my favorite pod fam friends, Don from My Race Tats, and we're teaming up for a My Race Tats giveaway this fall.
That's right. Be on the lookout for a future My Race Tats giveaway. Coming soon is your chance to win a My Race Tats prize pack just in time for your fall marathons. Our tattoos encourage mental resilience, fun, joy, and community connection. You can find out about My Race Tats by following us on Instagram, or you can click the link in the show notes. We're so happy to be partnering with On the Runs this year, and I hope that you enjoy today's episode. Remember, you're stronger than you think, and you can go further than you can imagine.
This is like fun with other, running friends. So I'm like, I'm going to do it because I knew it would put me in a good mood.
You are my BRF.
What's happening, Eric?
They're for your victory lap.
Yeah.
Oh!
I just, how did that happen?
How did you do that?
And all of a sudden I go to zip it up and I'm like, why is the zipper in the front right now? 0 out of 10 on the recommendations.
I am literally crying from laughter and from so much love. Oh my God.
It's like I see off for your cornhole.
And he just smashed Arnie like that and said, you stay out of this, Arnie. And I thought,
But I don't run to stay sober. I get to run because I am.
And there she was, a halo over her head.
No, it's not very true. Okay. And he steps to the side and just gestures. Here's the tinkle pot. I don't need to tinkle.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 184 of the On the Runs podcast. It was a heavy week in the greatest country in the world, and we're here to take your minds away from Instant Chat and Snapface. We're here to provide you with an opportunity to get off of Twitter X and turn up the radio dial, because it was an awesome week for us here on the pod and a lot of you out there. The Penguins marched south that reached the beach. I got to enjoy one of my happy places, and I got to go running with my sister for the first time ever. Before we get to all that and more, I have to say hello to my kick-ass rockstar of a co-host, the former Plymouth State Party alum, Six-Star Erica. What's up?
There is so much to unpack in that I don't even know where to start, dude. How are you? I am good. What a weekend.
You are not good. You just told me you are
I am
exhausted.
So fucking tired. 14 hours of sleep did not get rid of the tiredness effect that the 38 hours that I was awake.
Guys,
yeah.
14 hours of sleep. I can't tell you the last time I got a solid 4 in a row. I'm so lucky if I get 4 uninterrupted without having a kid jump on me or having to go to the bathroom. Yep, that's happening now. I'm 40. I woke up in the middle of the night in the camper. I'm like, I got to go pee. Do I go outside? Or do I pee in the camper and break one of my rules? No peeing in the camper toilet. I don't know, but you got 14 out. Wait, was it 14 uninterrupted sleep? Or were you like laying in bed, looking at your phone, fall asleep again, sleep a little more?
I looked at my watch before I went to bed last night. It was 8:22, probably the earliest I've been to bed in a long ass time. I woke up at 5 a.m. to pee, which is still a lot longer than I usually go. And then at 10:45, I was like, what year is it? And I had to look, I was like, oh, and I know, right? But I needed it. I was awake for, I think we figured 38 solid hours. I got maybe 15 minutes of shut eye, not even sleep in the van overnight for Reach the Beach weekend.
The things we put ourselves through. For fun. For type
right?
2 fun.
Total.
Yeah, Reach the Beach. Let's get to that in a second, but I need to cover a few things on the list here.
Yeah.
In 2 days, we are doing a live show at Marathon Sports in Manchester, New Hampshire. 7 p.m. is when the show starts, but show up at 6 p.m. Actually, I would say show up before 6 p.m. And you can go running. It's like a run group, but there's going to be Saucony. So try some Saucony shoe demos. At 6:45, there's going to be pizza. Question, should I order my own? Because I know they're not getting me special pizza. I am the star of the show. Actually, I'm not the star. I'm number 4 on the list of importance. But are you excited? Are you nervous? How are you feeling before the live podcast?
I mean, I have a lot of not anxiety, but I'm just like, ooh, how's it going to go? Like, I have nerves for that, but I'm excited to have it happen. I'm excited to see KJ. I'm excited to see Nicole again, because I just saw her this weekend at Reach the Beach. So we got to kind of vibe a little bit and say like, oh, we're going to do it. We're going to be great. So I am putting those vibes out into the universe that we are going to have an excellent show. And it'll be even better with all of you there.
I can't wait. I'm excited. I'm pumped. I'm nervously confident. Like as I said before with the NH10 miler, I have a meeting, an in-person one. I'm going to try some stuff and with speakers and things again, like just see if we can do a little better and just try to familiarize myself a little more. Like I'm taking time out of my day, Tuesday, to go do this. I'm hoping to go work out with Justin too and have him kick my ass because he's back in town. And I think that's going to happen later this week. So, all those things will help me with the nerves. But then I'm behind on emails and behind on show notes. And I'm like doing the schedule. And you're like, well, wait. You forgot to put someone in the schedule that you were going to put in. I'm like, oh, yeah, like I've just got a lot going on, but it's good. And I'm excited. This is going to be fun. We had a meeting last week.
Good problems to have.
Yeah. And we had a meeting last week with KJ and Nicole, just the four of us going over, actually. No, Nicole didn't show up, but that was fine. But we had the meeting where we went over our structure and how we want to go about it, the way it's going to go. We want it still to feel engaging for everyone there listening. We want everyone there who's listening later to feel like they're part of the show. It's going to be a lot of fun. Like we're putting the work into this one. And I think like when you put the work in, even when you don't feel that way or like you got the butterflies, you do a great job. And that's just, we're excited. When you're nervous, you usually do better than when you're not.
Yes, because it means it is important and that I want this to go well. So the more nervous I am, the happier I'll be that everything will be fine.
It's going to be great. September 18th, this Thursday, Marathon Sports in Manchester. So again, show up at 6 o'clock for the run, try some Saucony shoes, and then pizza at 6:45, the show at 7. It will be about 30-minute show, followed by a Q&A, followed by pictures with 6-star Erica.
And KJ and Nicole and you. We're a package
just
deal.
the ladies, I did just get a fresh haircut, but I won't be having a good hair day. So
nice.
No pictures with me. Unless you really want one. We'll do one off to the side. We'll do a selfie. So any of my Kelseys out there, Kelsey's coming, we'll take a Kelsey photo.
That's
Kelsey's unite!
That's the only exception. Okay.
Did you see, by the way, I don't watch football, but I see all this stuff. Speaking of like get off Twitter X and Insta Chat and Snap Face. Did you see Taylor Swift at the football game on Sunday? The Chiefs game? No, you didn't see her. You know why? Nobody saw her. Because when she walked in, she had a moving wall blocking her from anyone who could see.
Are you serious? That's weird.
I'm
Why
serious.
would you do that?
I don't know. I mean, technically, we might not know if that was Taylor back there. That could have been somebody else who just didn't want to be seen. Could have been.
I mean, so everybody was just assuming it was Taylor.
Correct. It was at the Chiefs game.
Okay.
They're all waiting to see. It was all these girls waiting to see Taylor. And as she walks in, like they take this wall, they open it up, and then people on each side of the wall are walking with it. And somebody's on the other side, you just don't know who, and everyone's saying it was Taylor Swift. If I was her, I would say that wasn't me. I would say that was...
It probably wasn't her. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was her. Everyone's saying it was her. Anyways,
I don't know.
We love Taylor. we're Swifties, but as you know, last week I turned into a Kelsey. I'm a Kelsey, and I can't wait to go to the wedding. Can't wait.
God. Yep, you and Carolina together.
Counting it down. It's going to be a fun wedding.
You're too funny.
Just like our guests today. They're awesome. They're, we got a couple on today. That's cool. We'll get to them later. And then one other item we have to talk about real quick, guys, before we get to everything else. Be on the lookout this week for a giveaway. We're going to have a My Race Tats giveaway. We're partnering with Running Up That Hillary for this giveaway in My Race Tats. That's going to be super cool. So be on the lookout. I know you guys now hear the My Race Tats ad read before the episode. Erica, what did you think of that last week?
I love it. Don, you're so cool.
It was fun. It was fun and interesting. And ironically, the same week we did the same thing for the allergy show. And that wasn't like on purpose. That was just by coincidence. And then last week was our Right Socks episode. And I heard from a few people, Yuki being one of them. And then we had an ultra runner who just did an ultra run with them. And then somebody else said how they wore these thick socks. You got to help me, Erica. It's your friend. And she's like, I didn't like them. And I just happened to be listening to the episode and they ordered white socks.
Does that ring a bell? Yeah.
Yes. And she made a post that she bought right socks and 15% went towards the fundraising, which is amazing. So that was a fun episode. I think a lot of people enjoyed the feet talk, Erica.
I got some good compliments from it too. But yeah, we have to just thank My Race Tats and Right Socks for just being so awesome throughout this whole summer and being so supportive of the fundraising that we're doing. Like, you guys are just absolutely amazing. We cannot thank you enough.
They've been awesome. So $1,000 to the person who can find Erica's Only Feet page. That's the other fun thing. $1,000.
May the odds be ever in your favor.
But you and a bunch of the Penguins Marching South, Team PMS, had a great weekend.
We did. Actually, technically, there's the Penguins Marching South is our 12-person team, but we have recently, since 2023, we've branched off into the Ultra Penguins. So we have both a regular team and an Ultra team. So I am part of the Ultra team. And yeah.
Not a big deal.
Not a big deal. Oh, God. Every year I do this, we all question our decisions, but it turns out to be so much fun at the end. We're all exhausted.
What pros and cons have you found of being on the Ultra team?
It's just lack of downtime, and that can either be a good thing or a bad thing. The good part of not having downtime is your muscles have less time to get sore before you have to run again, because there's typically about 5 hours in between your runs, 5, 7, could be 3 hours depending on how short the legs are. But
with the Ultra.
Yeah. With the Ultra team, yes. Because if you're on the regular team, you could have 12 hours before you do anything. And you get totally sore if you're not Yes, you only run 3 times. So we're running 6. Another downside is you never know how many long runs you're going to have in a run. In a row, I had an 8-miler, a 9-miler, another 8-miler, and then I had a 4-miler and a 3-miler. I had a 5-miler to start. So it's 5, 8, 9, 8. It's just a lot of running. So that can suck. And then there's hills, but the team is what gets you through. And it's so much fun to have good people on your side and in your van.
Well, that's awesome.
Total
Talk
blast.
about before the race. I think you and the Penguins were up to some shenanigans. What were you doing?
You were up to more shenanigans than we were.
What? What did I do?
We all parked at the Londonderry park and ride, and a certain somebody found our cars and
that was by
them.
chance, by the way. We were in by your car 1, 2, 3 times until we noticed it.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, I also took a video. I didn't post it because I thought it would be a little rude, but we pulled back up at the end of the race coming back from Hampton, and I got out of my car and I was like, who is the asshole? And I went around my car who was fucking with my shit, put down the windshield wiper, and I was like, oh, my magnet's still fine. And by the way, that
magnet was weird because it's it's been there for 12 years. And so basically. It peeled like a sticker.
It was a magnet though, but I hadn't touched it since I put it on my car last April or whatever. 2 months,
yeah.
2
but
Marches
I
ago.
Flip it. I was like, Hannah, people flip magnets when they see somebody. They know they flip the magnet. That's a thing apparently. And then
they only do that with certain magnets. Mine don't count, so don't do it to mine. No.
Well,
it's got to be the She Runs
I'm
This Town
flip
magnet.
your license plate. That's what I'm going to do.
Oh my God. Don't be an asshole.
Do it. Oh my God. I'm not even going to tell you.
Watch me get pulled over and be like, why is your license plate upside down? I'll be like, what?
Will laugh.
I had no idea.
He'll laugh.
I hope
He'll
so.
laugh.
But anyways, yeah, what an epic weekend. It was beautiful weather. Absolutely fantastic.
When I lived in North Carolina, I got a North Carolina license plate. And you only have to have one on the back of the car. I kept my New Hampshire license plate on the front. I was young, probably naive, didn't know better. I just thought it was cool. Represent the greatest state in the world, in the country, in the universe. New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Live free or die. And nothing ever happened for well over a year living in North Carolina. I even remember going through DUI checkpoints and they never even said anything.
No way.
So, yeah. And then one day, all of a sudden, I'm driving in Londonderry. This is my first year back in New Hampshire. Less than that, because I still have the North Carolina plate on the back. This was January. I came back around Christmas. I got pulled over, and no clue I'm getting pulled over. And he walks right to the front of the car, looks at it, and goes, "Which one's your real plate?" And I go, "Ah." And I say, "I'm only home for 2 months," because I didn't even know I was staying home at that point.
Yeah.
He checks my ID, my registration, everything. He comes back to the car. Instead of a ticket, you want to guess what he gave me?
I couldn't even fathom. No, tell me.
He gave me a screwdriver. And he made me take the
Take it
plate off.
That's pretty smart. I mean, I wouldn't have thought of it either, but it makes a lot of sense. You are lucky, though, that you didn't get dinged for that.
I drove for months, maybe over a year with it like that, through 15 different states, all the way from New Hampshire to Alabama.
It's because the New Hampshire cops know to look for the front plate.
That's right,
You
because
get
none of
dinged if
the
you
other
don't have
cops
one of
have
those.
front plate states or, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Oh, damn.
I'm going to flip your license plate. That would be
Oh,
hilarious.
please don't. That's just such an hassle.
And then you're going to have to make Brandon fix it for you. Oh, my
Are you
God.
shitting me? Come on. I can do some things by myself.
Okay, see. But you were up to like porta potty shenanigans, goofing off. Like,
Yeah.
you don't take it super seriously. You have a lot of fun.
We have to have fun or else it's going to be a miserable time because everybody's going to be tired. Everybody's going to be sore. Everybody's going to be hungry. And the more fun we can make out of it, the better. So you will be pleased to know that we gave out so many On the Runs magnets. I wish I had more stickers. Like I did give out some stickers, but I left them
We
all
need
with
to
you.
get the ones with the QR code soon.
Yep. I'm actually I think I'm gonna invest in stoolie magnets because people were loving that and just get the little like stoolie shaped magnet. So that's next on my list.
Oh, of just stoolie.
Yeah. That'll be a
Oh, I
fun
like that.
addition to
It
the
will be.
vans next year.
Yeah. So stoolie magnets, but then we need something with the On the Runs logo and the QR code.
Yes, that'll be a lot of fun too.
We need that because we need people scanning that code. Like they see it, they like, oh, it's cool little cute poop emoji, and one day there'll be a Mrs. Stooley, but we need them to click that. We need you guys to click that, but we need you guys to click that QR code to follow everything. We need to keep the growth, share this pod, and do all those good things. Guys, we're going to give that shout out here in the intro. Share, like, subscribe, share. Keep going, Erica.
Share. I don't even know where I'm at. I'm still just so tired. The lack of sleep really catches up to you. But like I was saying, the weather was absolutely perfection. Like sunny skies, 70 degrees, actually pretty cold overnight. Like you said, 40 degrees, it could snow. 40. You never
That's why I
know,
put your
chance of
windshield
snow.
wiper up.
Funny story about that, by the way. You're like, why can't you open one
Yeah,
side
why
of your
not?
windshield wiper? I was like, when I tried it the first time, I was like, who the hell designed this thing? This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. When you shut your car off, you have to hold up the windshield wiper like thing in the car and it'll make them go up and then you can put them up. Does that make sense? It's a terrible way to describe it, but that's the only way you can get the
somebody who
left driver's
designed
side one
it
on.
obviously was someone who had their windshield wipers flipped up all the time for no reason.
Apparently so, but you could do one side and not the other. Like it just didn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
So,
But it's
I had
actually
to Google
better
it.
because you sit down and you're like, oh, I have to go around to the other side of the car to put the passenger side windshield wiper down. It's almost better.
Yep. Yeah. Oh man. Overall though, Reach the Beach was a fantastic success. I got to see so many pod fam. We were pretty much leapfrogging Nicole's team like the whole time. It was awesome.
But who won?
I actually think my team beat them by a little bit. They were a regular team and we were an ultra team. We had them by maybe at least like 20 minutes or so. Maybe 16. I feel like 16 is the number.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We were so close together. I got to see,
how
like,
fast,
Tracy and
how long
Eric
did
and-
it take you guys? What was your stats? Give me the rundown.
We finished in 31 hours, 16 minutes, and 20 seconds.
How many miles?
204.1.
Okay, what's that equal for like a pace?
They gave us a 9:11 average pace.
Whoa.
Not too bad, right?
Between the six of you
Between
for
the six of us
40 miles?
In the hills, 204. 204.
Insane.
Yeah, we were
guys
cruising.
had to-
We
Wait, where'd you finish? Like, that has to be up there like a podium finish.
I wish. We were 8th place out of the ultra mixed open teams. So like
seriously, out of how many? There were 7 teams
20.
faster than that.
If you look at these results, there are some people who did it in like 21 hours and had like a 6-minute
You know
pace the
what?
whole thing. Like that.
I was about to
Can't
give you
even.
huge kudos, but you know what? I'm not impressed anymore.
Hey,
21
we beat
hours?
last year's time. We beat last year's
Well,
time
good
by a
for
solid
you,
like
but you're
45
like super,
minutes.
super slow still, apparently. 31 hours?
No way.
9/11?
Dude,
Not
okay.
impressive anymore.
I told you that you can comment on this when you contribute to the team. So when are you on the
What are you
team?
talking
When's the
about?
next
This
time you
is
can
the
do
first
it?
I'm hearing of it.
Bullshit.
I'm not impressed anymore. You guys are slow.
I ran up the entire hill to Meredith, like going up into like past Twin Barns
but
and
other
stuff like
teams
that.
ran 10 hours faster than you,
Dude,
apparently.
This is a personal
wait,
accomplishment for me.
20?
I did hills.
Hold on a second. 204 miles broken down to 21 hours. What's that for a time? If you were 9/11, how does that make sense?
Dude, it's bonkers how fast
They had to
these
be like
people went.
pros.
Probably. I'm looking it up right now. It was absolutely insane.
It is insane.
So the first place overall was an ultra team mixed open. They did 21 hours, 50 minutes, 43 seconds, which
what's
is
that pace?
6:25.
Okay. You know what? Hot take coming
Freaking
right here.
insane. Hot take.
I got a
Okay,
hot
go.
take. Are you ready for this?
Sure.
They didn't have fun like you did.
Probably not. You know what was funny though? As I was finishing like my early morning run, so it was my 4th run. I was waiting to hand it off to E1 Eric, and he was telling me afterwards.
All right, guys, that was a great episode. Enjoy.
He was telling me
Erica just disrespected me.
he can get
It's
his spot
over.
or his ranking up when he joins our team. But so there was some guy.
You know
it
what?
was,
No, that's
like,
bullshit.
So cold out. Just
When did I ever get demoted to E?
Remember
when
when
was I ever demoted to E? Just being an E. I'm not
because
E.
we always talked
He
about
can be
you.
E1. I was never E.
You're
to begin
derailing
with.
my story. Shut up.
The disrespect here.
Yeah, you're interrupting me. May I continue?
Please.
Eric was saying, see, that's why we call him E1 because you're always Eric and he's an Eric and it's very confusing. So anyways, E1.
You know what? We could go on about this, but I'm gonna let you go here. Like you just stop with the air. You know,
You're making me lose my train of thought. I'm so tired. We were talking about how cold it was at night, and there was a guy who was very underdressed who was talking to Eric, and he was saying, like, I don't know, like, my team was sleeping in the van. Nobody would come out with me. So when he got his wristband, he didn't even bother telling his teammate where the van was, and he just left. So literally, like, this other guy's like, I have no idea how to find my van. And of course, it's the one right before Bear Brook. So it wasn't totally crowded, but still, like, you have 75 vans. Like, it's going to take
murder
you forever.
juice.
Murder juice. But I was like, I would never, ever do that to my teammates. But we would let our teammates sleep, but I took a minute. Like, we didn't care. I took a minute. I'd be like, Hester, our van is right over there. You can't miss it. It's the one with the big inflatable penguin on the roof. And she's like, okay, great.
that
Have
is
a great
true.
run. So,
That
like,
is true.
we at least had the common courtesy to be nice to each other and we did have a lot of fun. So I cannot speak for those
I was
fast
gonna
people,
say, like,
but hey,
like I get maybe you're running a 6:11, like, and you're trying to win. Cool.
Uh-huh.
Maybe there's a prize, but Reach the
I don't
Beach to
even
me
know what
just seems like an
prize
event
is.
that's more for fun
Mhm.
and friendship and just hanging out, having a good time,
Yeah.
getting away from every day. Like you actually take 1, sometimes 2 days off of work for this.
yeah.
So like I don't think I wouldn't want to be a part of a team like that. Maybe when I was younger,
Mm-hmm.
it'd be cool to say like, yeah, we ran this fast. But now today I'm like, no, dude, I want to see how many beers we can chug in between runs and complete the race. And how
That's a
fast
no.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, drinking in a van while you're driving, dude. No.
Well, you're
Yeah,
not
you'd
driving.
get- Well,
How
if
about
you're
just
in the van
drinking while
drinking,
not in the van, drinking at the you can't drink at all anywhere?
well, not as an ultra team, at least. You can drink if you're off, like if your van 1 is done. Like that's, but
Okay.
Speaking
no
from an
drinking, but
ultra
just having
perspective.
fun. Maybe
Yeah.
do something else like, How much cotton candy can you eat in between?
Oh, God. How much can you puke in between your runs?
Oh, boy, we're off the tracks. But, hey,
yeah,
it's the best way to do this podcast.
primo weekend. Oh, also,
Yeah,
I just want to
we're
give a
just
shout
hoping
out.
to bring you guys cheers and laughter after last week. So,
Yep. I got to give a shout out to Shayna Marie. I got to meet her this weekend. I was just getting out of my van at the state park waiting for our runner. And she goes, "Oh my God, are you Erica?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Oh my God." So it was no, it's really fun. But I was like, it's so nice to get to meet you in person. We only get to see people, well, most people just face to computer screen, I guess. And it's nice to get to meet people actually in the flesh.
that's super cool.
Yeah.
Anna Marie. Episode 97, I think.
Oh, dang.
Take
Got a
a
good
wild
memory.
guess at that. 97. Yeah. Pretty good.
Well, it's better because you're like, we're episode 184. And I was like, hell if I know. Even this one.
So your team, though, was Karen, Eric,
Yep.
Jay,
Yep.
Sheila, and then there was another penguin I'd never seen before. Who was that?
Her name is Hester, and she is absolutely amazing. She's another excellent ultra runner who's working on a 100-miler coming up, and she fits right in with our vibes.
Nice. Well, it looked cool. I love that you guys tagged me on everything, so I just reshared, tried to make it look like you were posting.
I can't get into
you didn't even dare log
get it.
in. I don't know why.
Because I don't want to be the one who's going to lock you out of it, and then we lose the On the Runs account somehow.
Yeah.
You
true.
figure out the
All right.
password, change it to something we'll both know.
What
and
is
then
the
I'll work on it.
password? Oh my God, I don't know what it is. Please
Dude,
don't get locked
we've
out.
been like, is it password 1, password 2, password 3? Like, it just doesn't.
Nobody tried to log in because I don't get logged out. Jesus Christ. I'll figure it out. I didn't know.
Yeah.
But,
Happy to at least tag you and stuff.
well, it was fun. I got to go to one of my happy places again, but
So you were at Loudon,
right? Nobody wants to hear about me. Everybody wants to hear from our two guests today because we've known them for a little while. They're wicked awesome. They're in love. They have a love story. They travel the world and they take Stoolie all over the world. Erica, tell us who we have.
Oh, I'm so excited to have you guys hear this episode from Meaghan and Jason Geroux. Geroux. I forget how they said it, but I think we all say it wrong. But they are one of my favorite power ultra couples who just run together, have fun together, and like you said, travel the world. They are absolutely couple goals.
I'm willing to bet if they did reach the beach as a duo team, they would like kick everybody's ass. So they're awesome. They have so much fun. We tried to get like some stories out of them. We're like, when were you at each other's necks? And they're like, oh, never. And then later they're like, oh, wait, there was that one time.
Always a little something, but they get along
great.
so well.
The only bummer about this recording, guys, is it wasn't in person. So the next time, I promise you it will be, because it will be epic. But Jason and Meaghan are awesome. Enjoy, everybody. And we'll see you on the other side. Our next guest on the pod, that's right, I said guest, it was plural. They're two amazing people we met while doing God's work, cleaning up the trail section at Anchor Down, so no roots would jump out at Erica. They travel the world, taking Stoolie in the wild with them everywhere they go. And if you thought the 440 crew was crazy for running that early in the morning, you haven't met these two yet. We are wicked excited to finally have on some really amazing people, Jason and Meaghan Geroux. Welcome to the On the Runs podcast. What's up, guys?
Hey there, thanks for having us.
This is exciting.
I am so pleased to see you guys within like a week of like the last time I saw you. It's way too few and far between that we get to hang out and interact. And now that I get to see you, like Anchor Down was just last weekend, and now we have this, or 2 weeks ago. Oh, I'm so excited to see you both again. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
It's a long time waiting, I think.
Oh, is it? Well, you know, it's not your first time on the pod, technically. You two were on the pod a year ago when we were live at Anchor Down for a quick intro, and we did a little like round the circle microphone, everyone say your name, and you two got on there. But what was really cool about that day, Erica and I showed up to do some trail cleanup, and I just thought maybe you were on the email and you just go, hey, I think it was Jason. Jason goes, hey, you're the On the Runs people. And we're like, yeah. And we just thought you knew that from like years before. We didn't think you were like first timers, never been to ADU. You volunteered for cleanup and you're like, those are the podcast people.
Yep.
I will admit I was not familiar with you. Jason is the social media guy, so I don't really follow social media that much. So I was like, On the Run. What's that?
It's like, yeah, everyone who goes poop while running.
That's right.
Right.
That's where we took Stooley from you.
That's true. Well, we won't hold it against you, Meaghan. You're a pod fam now, and you guys are definitely Anchor Down veterans at this point. Because so last year's was your first go around for Anchor Down, and then you did it again this year. So it was so nice to have you guys in there in the swing of things, lap after lap after lap.
Yeah, it was really nice to be back. We really enjoyed it. We loved all the people we met last year, and we did not like the 24-hour, but we really wanted another crack at it. And we're like, hey, let's sign up for the 12 and see all these awesome people again and see how we do.
We totally flip-flopped. I did the 12 last year and went for 24 this year and like instantly regretted it. But still so much fun was had.
Let's actually just go back to last year, and then we'll talk more about ADU from this year later on. But how did you find out about ADU? And then how did you find out about that trail cleanup day that when we all met at the same time?
So Flat Lori reached out to me a couple years ago and was like, hey, you ought to check out this run that's 24 hours in Rhode Island. And I was like, yeah, maybe next year. I never really gave it a thought because we've been doing a lot of local stuff and, with traveling and stuff. It just didn't hit my radar. And then I looked at it and I saw it. I'm like, hey, that looks like a lot of fun. Let's get in on it. And I was like, hey, Meaghan, you're going to do 24 hours. And she's like, all right. So signed up for that. And then just social media following, Candy, she reached out to me and was like, hey, you and Meaghan should come and help clean up trails. You guys are awesome. We follow your social media. And I was like, oh, this is weird. I don't know you, but okay. And we happened to take vacation that week. So it actually worked out because we are really far from Rhode Island. We're about 6 hours away. So we just happened to be there that week. And we're like, hey, let's go meet some awesome people. And you were two of them. And yeah, it just kind of worked out that way.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a really good experience. Like I said, I had no idea. He's like, we're going to go meet some random people. We're going to go clean this trail. And I'm like, all right, sure.
It was like instant family and hugs with strangers. And I'm like, this is kind of weird. You're meeting Instagram people. And, it was awesome.
Yeah.
So it was
really fun. Yeah. We had a good time. And it was actually a real good preview for the race because we did get to run it, I think a couple days before. We got to kind of go see the course, but we actually went in the wrong direction. We were going in the opposite direction. And somebody was like, are you guys running ADU? And we're like, yeah. And they're like, you're going in the wrong direction. And we're like, we're already into it now. So it was really fun. And it was good to meet people because it actually made us more excited and more comfortable being somewhere where we're not familiar with. So it was fun.
Awesome. Yeah, that's pretty much how we make friends these days. It's either with running or social media or a combo of the two. So it works out for the best. But man, I'm so glad you guys were there and you had the chance to experience all the wonder that ADU has to offer, even though last year was probably the worst weather I've ever experienced with that.
Hot. And
that was hurricane year.
Hurricane.
Yeah, but this year was a complete 180.
Yes.
Last year was perfect for it. And we can get into that, but you guys had quite the amazing race between the two of you. You guys basically swept the 12.
At last year's race?
No, this year.
Oh,
they
well,
did
no, we'll
awesome
save that
year.
for later. But last year was
just
epic with the rain. Like all the trail work we did nothing. The rain destroyed it, by 7:30 at night? And the videos and everything you posted were just like you're going through this, mud.
Slop.
Was there a lightning hold or anything at any point too? Like, do you remember? This was actually really cool. We all had like Jason, the race director. We all had like a meeting, and he asked us for his opinion in the middle of the trail. We took a break while cleaning, and he goes, how do we handle like a lightning hold? Not only like how do we approach it and announce it, but then like if you have someone who's halfway done with a lap and you make them come back, or if they're only like 400 yards into the trail. It was a great conversation actually about like how you manage that if this happened, because we knew, I think we're like 5 days out, maybe 4. We knew the weather was coming.
Yeah, and I remember we did all that talking and planning, and we never even had to use that conversation because we never had a lightning hold or anything. But yes, I do remember that conversation, and I still don't know if you had an answer for that, but maybe you know, Erica. But
I don't.
we had all those talks, and we never had to use the lightning weather warning.
I felt like that scene in Forrest Gump when he's running through Nam, and it's just like the water just kept coming and coming, and that's how it was at times. It's just buckets, and then as soon as the sun came up, it was 100 degrees, and all that steaming humidity just kind of took the air out of my lungs and the wind out of my sails, and I was like, I'm over it.
Well, in the trails too, they were so muddy that you use so much extra energy to climb like, you know,
to slop through it.
Through it. And so you're exerting more energy, and then that sun comes out and you're like, oh my gosh. And unfortunately, I don't think Jay was feeling good at the end. He was kind of feeling a little nauseous. So he lost motivation, which unfortunately made me So I got 100K and you got...
I got around 70 miles.
Something like that. Yep.
I don't blame you guys at all, because I did the bare minimum to get a medal in the 12 hours. So I did like 39 miles, and I was like, I don't even have time to do another lap. Like that's how long, like how bad it was out there. So congratulations for you guys for sticking it out for that long. That's insane. Good
well,
work.
you too got a medal, so that's always important.
I had to get it.
Hey, the other name you mentioned actually is a favorite of ours, Flat Lori. How did you get connected with Flat Lori?
I bumped into her at races in Maine, and I think we started following each other when we did a relay run that starts in Bar Harbor and ends in like Washington. I think she ran across the state of Rhode Island. If I'm getting her, I think then it was like a firefighter relay. I forget what it's called now. So we did Run to Respond. And I think we started following each other around then, and then we had some interactions at Last Man Standing. We've had interactions at Pineland Farms. So we kind of knew who each other was, you know, in the race world, but not in social media. That's about it. And so she just would send me links to like, oh, you should look at this race someday, and you know, that kind of thing, and give me bad ideas, and then I want to pursue them.
Good kind of people.
Thank you, Flat Lori, for giving me bad ideas.
The best.
I wouldn't say they're bad ideas. No,
Challenges.
Lori would never.
Challenges. Hard challenges, and that's what we're all about.
Yeah. We only met Lori once, but we've known her for years, right through the pod, through Instagram. But there was the one time we met her for 12 seconds. It was only like 12 seconds. This is the Boston Marathon, where, you know, section 19.2, where we're cheering, and Maurice is coming over. And Maurice is like big arms out, hugging, and we're like, Maurice. And then all of a sudden you can just see coming behind him, because she's running with him, was Lori. And we're just like, Lori. Maurice over to the side, Lori. And it was the first and the only 12 seconds we got to meet her. Erica's might have met her a couple other times, but for me,
I got to see her at Anchor Down this year because she showed up for Chris Capolini. So I got to see her and talk to her for a few this year too. So
yeah.
Well, her husband runs ADU, I think, also. I think that's where I met him last year.
Yeah.
Is that the first?
That was the first time I think I met him too.
Paul is awesome.
Yeah.
Both of them are awesome.
Badass people right there. But anyways, speaking of badass people, the two of you are badass. Let's learn a little more about the two of you. I think you're from a little northeast of us. You're New Englanders, but you're up in Maine, right?
Yes, we are. We're central Maine. We're about an hour from the coast, or just outside of Bangor.
Okay. Now,
I was sad to know you're not closer to Portland, because I'm actually headed up that way 2 weeks from now for a race. And I'm like, damn it, you guys aren't closer.
Yeah, we're like a couple hours from Portland. Yeah, so
I'll allow it.
You're up there. Well, let's start, ladies first. Let's start with Meaghan. Let's get a little bit of Meaghan's story here. Meaghan, tell us a little bit more about you before Jason.
Before Jason, oh gosh.
We'll get to the first date later, but let's hear about you before that.
Well, you were in high school.
Yeah, I wasn't. So I grew up in a town called Vassalboro, which is just right outside Augusta, Maine. And I went to a high school, Erskine Academy High School is where I went. And I did 3 sports each. Let's see, I did 3 sports and I took dance lessons. So I was very active. However, I probably didn't put in the best effort as a kid. I kind of just did it more for social conversation and to make friends, and I didn't maybe put in my full effort. So I played field hockey in the fall, and I did winter and spring track, and I was horrible at all of them. I was not good. And then dance, I actually did dance from, I don't know, the age of, if I had to guess, maybe the age of 5 until I was a senior. I did it for my whole childhood.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I got to college, before college, I didn't really know what I wanted to major in. My mom was like, "Oh, you like to work out, you like to run, you should do nutrition, you should study nutrition." And so I don't really have a good story about why I study nutrition, but my mom suggested it. And so I went to the University of Maine up in Orono and got my undergrad there for nutrition and dietetics. And then I went to do my master's through the University of Maine as well. So during that time period I was going to school is when I met Jason, when I was doing grad school. So I graduated with my master's degree in nutrition in 2014, and we met in 2011 is when we first met. So I was only 21 years old, and we've been together for 14 years now.
Just babies. You two are babies. So wait, you Maine Orono, you go to any hockey games up there? I heard that's like an amazing barn.
I will admit I'm a little antisocial. I get social anxiety, so I am not one to maybe go to events, particularly by myself. So I did not. When I was in college, I didn't go to a lot of hockey games. But with him, we do go to some hockey games because his father has season passes, so we get to go occasionally.
Nice.
But I never went in college. I wasn't one of those crazy people that was like screaming from the rooftops and like shouting, and I wasn't in the band. So, but it's fun. If you haven't been, you should go.
Oh, I would love to. One day. I refereed college hockey for quite a while. I never did a UMaine game, but I did do. There's these 2 schools in Maine in Division III hockey. Huge rivalry, Bowdoin and Colby, right? And so they never let referees from Maine referee that game because it's this huge rivalry. So they bring in crews from New Hampshire, Vermont, or Mass, and I got to be on the crew once. And the game went to overtime, and there was a goal in overtime with 3 seconds to go, and we waved it off, and the crowd went like crazy. They were throwing like their Dunkin' Donuts or there's big gulps from 7-Eleven at us. It was wild. The coach was going insane, and we had like a police escort out of there. This is at the old rink at Colby. They now have a brand new one that's beautiful too. But That was my experience. Those 2 schools. You're up there near Colby, I think. Like that. What an environment. Yep. We're talking like 3,500 people on top of you. Atmosphere, right?
Yes.
There. So
yeah,
I've had that experience in Maine. They didn't care about their coffee. Apparently, they were just throw it at me. They missed. They didn't hit me. They don't have a good aim. Their arm. They're not Tom Brady. So. But.
Oh man.
Is that the closest you've been to Orono?
Yes, it has to be. It has to be. I know Orono is like 8 hours away from me now. So
okay.
Yeah.
Colby is about an hour and a half from us. So
okay. And Orono is probably what? How far away from Colby?
From Colby, probably 2 hours. Yeah. 2 hours.
No less. That's Colby's Waterville.
Yeah.
Yeah, Waterville's.
But it's a half an hour for us to get to Orono from here.
Okay, hour and a half.
Hour and a half.
Yeah.
North. So it's more north. It's up there.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a little. Well, it's not an hour. Yeah, it's about from Colby to Orono is about an hour and a half, hour 40, something like that.
Are you anywhere near Baxter State Park?
We're about an hour
and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's still an hour and a half north beyond us.
Yeah, that's an amazing spot. That's a place I've been to many times.
That's Katan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretending I know something about me.
And that's like Millinocket, the marathon that Lindsay loves to run
Yeah,
every
Lindsay
year
does
because
all the
it's
time.
free and they have Fireball over the course.
Yep. Fireball.
Yeah, you should do it.
We ran it in costumes.
Oh, really?
Yep.
You've probably been up there with Lindsay.
We live close to, we're like an hour from Bar Harbor, like Acadia National Park.
Okay.
So,
very nice.
You're in a beautiful
So
spot.
that's like Patrick Karen's land where he
That's
loves
his
to go romp
territory.
around.
yes, Patrick Heron territory. Yep.
Very nice.
Amazing. Well, how about you, Jason? Give us a little bit of Jason's story.
Jason's story. So I am 6 years older than Meaghan. My upbringing is from Old Town, Maine. I only played baseball really growing up. Running was not on my radar ever. I never wanted to be a runner. I thought running was stupid. Track, stupid, not for me. Just baseball. Just wanted to be a professional baseball player like every other 12-year-old. And so I played baseball all through high school. I think I was a good player. I wasn't the best. I didn't go to college for it. I had no scholarships, but I enjoyed it. Did well in school, went to college because I was supposed to, because everybody my age is supposed to go to college after high school. But I went for a couple of years and it just wasn't for me. And I would rather work and make money. So I got a job for my dad's painting company where I worked for over 20 years, which I'm still employed by him. And I started my own company in 2017 of doing epoxy floors. And I kind of pursued that heavily. But really that's me in a nutshell. I worked a lot and luckily I met Meaghan while I was going to a job. I was not dressed to impress. I was a 26-year-old on the prowl, but not that night. I was going to the mall to paint. And Meaghan happened to be working at a store at the mall that had to keep the doors open till the painters showed up. And I met Meaghan and I was like, oh, I think I like this girl. And I gave her the old sales pitch and sold her myself. And as I went up back to my toolbox, I found a little note with a phone number on it.
Yes.
And I looked at it for about 6 hours that night, and I left her hanging. And I never texted her. And next morning, I waited till like mid-morning, so I didn't want to text her, and as I was
seem too eager, right? You just had to play it cool, man. Play it cool.
And so I text this girl I met at Hallmark at the mall, and I got a response, and shortly after that, we had a date at Dunkin' Donuts, and
Suntan City.
And Suntan City. And fairy tale just kept going. So
I love a good love story.
So then Meaghan had been a runner, and I would go and be her photographer at every finish line. Had no interest.
You're the social media boyfriend.
I was like, I'll take a picture. I'll go wherever you want.
Before social media was like as big as it is now.
So I would go to all these races, all these local races in the area. And did we go to any out of state then? But
I don't think so. But you'd bring like the dog.
I'd bring the dogs, and I would bring the camera, and I'd be in a hoodie and a coat on these cold days, and I'd be like, "Oh, here she comes! Hold the sign. Okay, go, Meaghan, go." And I'd go back in the car and then drive to the next spot. And I was like, "Yeah, this is cool." Still no interest.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I started a gym routine because I was getting married that year. It's just 4 years into us together. And
I'm going to interrupt and say I was actually going to the gym very routinely, and he was like, "Oh, I should probably start going back to the gym." He was going, but
I took a break. I got comfortable. I took a break, right?
And then I was going on a regular basis, sometimes a couple times a day, because I wasn't working at the time. I was still in school, so I had a little more free time.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, I guess I'll start going back to the gym. So that was step one. And then
Yep, step one. And then she's like, oh, you ought to introduce some cardio to your lifting. I'm like, no, I want to be huge. I don't want to be a runner. I want to be a monster. And
which is okay too.
so for like, I don't know, probably a year and a half of just the gym. And then, you know, on our honeymoon, Megan's like, hey, will you come running with me? I don't want to be by myself. And I was like, all right. And I was like, let's go. And so we, you know, went for, I don't know how fast. I don't know anything about pace. I just went to the park with her and followed her and complained. And I was like, we done yet? Are we done yet? And maybe 2 miles. And then I was just more petting stray dogs and getting chased by stray dogs and getting don't touch them. They're going to get fleas and, you know, that kind of thing. And that was it. That was the end of my running. And then I think I did it one more time on the trip, on the honeymoon. And then she signed me up for a 10K like the following year. And that kind of blew my mind. I'm like, 6 miles? Are you kidding me? I'm never going to make it 6 miles. And then I worked at it, and here we are today. It's thousands and thousands of miles since that day.
I was going to say it escalated quickly, but I mean, it took you a while to get up to your 100 milers and even more than that. So,
but Megan planted that seed.
Good.
And I don't know how my brain works, but I really like to pursue things that I enjoy, almost to the point of obsession. And sometimes it gets annoying, and I understand. But I've been pretty good. Like, once I realized I had an ego, I learned how to dial it back. I think I do pretty good. And I try to stay humble. But I do enjoy what I do, and I love putting my mind towards something, no matter what it is. It could be, you know, just my job in general. I love my work. I love what I do. And so I become really passionate about these things.
Or like you said, Erica, actually, like he didn't start off like going into these ultras or these hundreds beyond that. He started with a 10K, and then he went to a half. And then his first marathon, we went to Iceland, and we're like, oh, this will be fun. You know, it's international, like, you know, and the temperature was great. But the difference that we found and that we enjoy, and I think, Erica, you probably would agree with this, is that a marathon, you have to go full speed for, you know, 26 plus miles. You know, you have to go, if your goal is to PR, you have to go as fast as you can. You have to, you know, kill yourself, you know, hit that wall. The thing with ultra running that I think we both enjoy, I know I do, and I think you do, is you do get to slow down a little bit, but you can push yourself longer. And I think that that's where when you say like you have to do your best or you have to go the longest you can, it's because you are able to slow down and are able to run longer. And like me personally, I think it's cooler to tell someone I ran 100 miles or I ran 50 miles rather than saying I ran 13 miles in, you know, X number of minutes or hours, you know. So I would think that it's always cool to be like, oh my gosh, we ran like 26 miles as a training run today, you know, rather than, oh my God, that was a marathon race, which is still really impressive. But I think for us, like to run fast for 26 miles it's a lot of work.
Yeah. Half the time I feel like if I'm doing a fast race, I am more broken from that, even though it's much less mileage than I would usually do during an ultra. And the stress level just isn't there unless, I mean, if that's your goal to do like the fastest you can for 100 or something. But like for me, I'm like, I just want to finish. I just maybe try to improve a little bit, but it's still just about getting the endurance, and it's more about discipline too, which I know the two of you have in spades. Like those 3 o'clock runs, I'm just blown away by. So yeah, the ultra world is just, it is a different realm, and it's a little bit more chill. I love that.
Yeah, I agree. I think after that first marathon, you were like, I am never running again.
I'm not running that far.
I was, yeah.
I'm only doing half.
He goes, I'm never going to run a marathon ever again. And
Famous
then,
last words.
yeah. And then obviously, and then in 2019, that's when things changed for us specifically. But that 26 miles turned into 100 plus miles.
How did that happen then? Like, let's dive into that. What happened in between that time to get you to go, I'm never going to do that again, to let's do 100?
So in 2019, we had heard about this race before in Maine, Last Man Standing. It's at Highland Farms. And I kind of read about the concept, and it's like, oh, you're on 4.2. And I feel like the backyard scene has exploded since, but it was very small, niche,
Especially in Maine.
And so it was like, I don't know, maybe 70 people. And we went, and I think it was maybe the third or fourth year had been going on, and it's, starting to get some steam. And I'm like, oh, what do? We brought like a cooler and 2 chairs and not nearly enough calories. We don't know anything about ultras. We're very consistent with our training, and we run, decent mileage every week. And we're like, yeah, let's go give it a shot. Let's see what we can do. And I don't remember how far you ran that first time.
I think I did just under 30 miles, because then after I got done the race, I ran to get 30 miles. And I was like, oh my God, I ran like more than a marathon. That's so cool. I mean, I probably could have went longer, but I
didn't know.
I had no expectations.
And then I followed the format, and so it started at noon, and at midnight I was at the 50-mile mark. And I remember you looked at me and you go, are you done yet? And I'm like, I don't know. I guess so, because I don't know. I thought you had to run 50, you have to run 40. I don't know how training works, right? I thought you had to build up and build up and build up. But so I ran 50 miles, and we're like, well, we don't really have any food or water left. I guess I'm done.
Well, it was also getting cool.
Yeah, we didn't bring any clothes.
Right.
Oh, right.
It's during Labor Day weekend, so it starts to get pretty cool overnight. And I was all done, and I'm sitting there like kind of freezing, and I'm like, are you done? I mean, like, I'm kind of cold.
So I knew. So that's in September, and we're like, wow, we're ultra marathoners now because we ran further than a marathon. And then that kind of stemmed into like, what else can we do? How far can we go? What's the ceiling here? And we happen to have a big trip planned that November where we trekked to Everest Base Camp. Wow. And I was like, we just walked 40 miles in the Himalayas. And we just ran ultra marathons 2 months ago. We might be on to a new hobby that's going to consume our lives. Little did we know. So it's really progressed, I guess, into a lot of, now we're doing ultras out of the country. And
well, but also I feel like all we do now is ultras. We don't do. And I am not saying anything negative about half marathons by any means, because I love them too. But we don't even do half marathons or marathons anymore, because we can do 13 miles in our backyard. You know what I mean?
Right.
In our backyard. So it's like, well,
we used to travel New England for a half, and that was fun. We'd make a weekend out of it. But I don't want to drive for a race that's going to be 2 hours or less.
I'm kind of the same way, where I said I would never travel far for a half Ironman when I was really into Ironmans. I'm like, if you travel far, you got to do a full Ironman, even 5 hours far. It's like, you got to do the full, you can do the halves locally within a quick driving distance, and hang out with the cool people in the community and have a beer after, and then still be able to drive home that day.
Yeah.
And you two are traveling the world now doing ultra marathons. The trip to the base camp at Mount Everest, that was not an ultra, but that was just like an adventure of planned hike.
Still pretty epic.
It was the two of us and a guide, and we didn't know we were just going to be the two of us. I just assumed we were going to be with the group, but it was just her and I and a guy, and we walked to Everest Base Camp from the world's highest airport to base camp.
Did you
and back.
land at that airport?
We landed in a helicopter. We just got lucky. They were sending in a chopper, and they don't like to fly things empty. So they're like, "Hey, do you want to get on?" We're like, yes."
I know
But we flew out of that airport, and it looks like you were going to crash.
Well, this is the one. It's like a huge cliff.
Yep.
It's an extremely short runway.
Yep.
And the runway, I guess, landing is uphill, taking off is downhill,
It's down.
and you just you go all the way and you go right off the edge. The plane never lifts.
Right off.
It just eventually goes off the runway.
Oh my God.
And then instantly you're thousands of feet above the ground. Eric,
I will send you photos.
YouTube it. It's crazy.
I will send you photos.
It looks so
Please do.
sketchy, and I want to try it.
Yeah, I mean, I can feel unsafe.
No, it's like you're waiting for your turn, like it's a carnival ride, you know, just like anticipation.
Because if there's bad weather, then obviously you have to kind of wait your turn, and whoever's first gets pushed out. And the day we left, I think we waited around for like, I don't know, 6 or 7 hours just to fly out.
Wow.
Yeah.
We have a friend, Doozer. I know he's at least had to spend the night there because the weather was so bad they wouldn't let him take off. But what you got to do, guys, if you're Googling this, I don't know the name of it. I'll throw it in the show notes or something. But you need to watch from the POV, you know, the point of view camera in the airplane while landing on this airstrip, especially in like bad weather, and you see nothing, and then all of a sudden, boom, you're on land.
Wow.
It's insane. It's absolutely insane.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think it's called Lukla Airport, I believe.
yeah,
Yep.
Wow.
It's wild. Well, so how was that trip? Actually, I'm more interested right now just to hear about that since we're talking about it.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was amazing. It was our first adventure trip, I would say. Like we
As a couple.
didn't really. Yeah. In general, yeah, like couple or otherwise, but we didn't really know what to expect. We went in November of 2019. For kind of like as a birthday for him. I mean, it just happened to land on his birthday.
Yeah,
but
we got to base camp on my 35th birthday. It just happened to be by chance. We didn't plan it that way.
we kind of did, but
And Megan's head
Worked
it
out
was your
well.
birthday gift.
And it was amazing. I mean, you go really slow. I would if anybody's watching this and they're interested in going to Everest Base Camp, we highly recommend it. We would do it again.
All walks of life, all body types, ages. It doesn't matter what you look like or how physically fit you are because you go so slow. It's how your brain can process the oxygen.
Yeah.
So you could be the fittest person in the world. If your brain can't handle the oxygen, they're not going to let you continue and they'll send you back down.
Gotcha.
So-
yeah, you got to acclimatize, right? I have like this insane fascination with Everest, even though I have no desire to climb it. But I read books on it. I watch the videos, the documentaries. It's so fascinating to me. So the fact that you guys actually got to experience some of that is
we
so
touched the
cool.
bottom on it. It was
Was that the
so
goal?
cool.
Was that like the end goal? You just wanted to make it to base camp?
base camp. Yep, that was the whole trip. It was a base camp trip, and you go and you touch a rock that says Everest Base Camp.
And then I think it didn't take us 10 days to get there, but it was a 10-day trek. So it took us maybe 7 days to get there and 3 days to get back because it's all downhill.
It was like I think it's like 40 miles in each direction.
Yeah.
Oh.
And but that really like almost spoke to my soul that I'm like, I want to come back here.
Mm-hmm.
And so we just went again this year because we loved it so much. And just Everest, the people are amazing. And
Wait,
before that though,
Has Stooley been there?
Stillie's been there.
Well, not to Everest Base Camp.
Not to base camp.
Because we didn't know about you guys at that time. But it has been to Nepal before.
Yeah, I knew that. I was
He's
like,
tagged Stooley in the pictures. He's on the site.
so what do we have to
both
do
of you
to
are
get
on
you
the
back
site.
to base camp with
With
Stooley?
Stooley.
Like, I'll get you a huge, like, fat head Stooley.
Oh, give me
Like a banner.
Give me a banner.
Or a fat head.
Well,
Yeah, that would be
When are
awesome.
you
We
going?
wanna go
When
back
are you
to base
going
camp.
back?
We want to go back.
Oh, when
We
you
don't
go
have
back,
anything
you
planned.
let me know.
Oh, yeah.
We'll hook you up.
Oh my god.
Will Stooley sponsor us?
Stooley doesn't have any money. The bank account is not even zero. The bank account is non-existent.
If we can get somebody to sponsor Stooley,
Yes.
then we'll shove some of that your way. But
Yeah, we're looking
see
at
what
you,
we can do.
Charmin.
Yeah, seriously.
Well, you have to carry your own TP.
Okay, Charmin would be great.
So,
Bare butt wipes.
Bare butt wipes, butt napkins. Isn't there there's a toilet paper company out there where you
Dude
can
wipes.
get your own
Dude wipes.
custom printed toilet paper?
Yes.
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 Oh my
We
god.
gotta find that. Like
How have we not
naturally,
done that
you would
already?
put Stoolie, but if it were me, I would put the Montreal Canadiens logo on it, just like a Red Sox fan to put the Yankees logo on it.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's a lot of code browns that take place on these trips.
So
Yes.
I can
speaking of that,
imagine.
and you know the real definition of a code brown. A code brown doesn't have to be crap in your pants moment. But was there? And sometimes it's better when you just tell us what's an oh crap moment. Did you have any from that trip?
From that trip. The only thing I can think of for myself, it's not Stoolie related. But there was a point we were doing in was that the acclimation day? Okay. We were doing an acclimation day. And I had only gone up a small amount, and I started to get nauseous, lightheaded, and I sat for like 30 minutes and I got all worried, that I was like, oh my, like I don't want to not continue. And so after like 30 minutes, I recovered from that and we were able to continue on there. I'm trying to think did you have any?
Not there.
Not there. You guys had some moments. But I think Everest was actually pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty
We got
pretty
sick, not altitude sickness, but it gives you a cold after a point. And when we got to Everest Base Camp, we stayed at a camp that night and we were pretty like sick, like a cold sick.
Yeah. But she brought me a birthday present and it was freeze-dried ice cream sandwich so I could have cake and ice cream on my birthday.
That's the cutest.
Yep.
So
I
thoughtful.
carried it the whole way.
Yeah,
Worth it,
Jason,
worth
what
it.
have you done for her to top that, man?
Oh boy.
He's done a lot.
I've done a few things, so
That's so cool that you've been there. Erica, I'm the same as her. Like, however, I would, if I had the opportunity to hike it, I would hike it. But you're making it sound like everyone who wants to hike to the top of Everest, they also have to make this 40-mile trek.
yes. Yep. They have to because that's part of your however you say it. Acclimizing.
There's like a whole ritual. Like I've seen documentaries on it. Like they
Yep.
stop by like a temple, they like bless you for
We've
safe
been to that
travels,
temple.
and that's
It's-
like a whole part of it. Like you would
Yeah.
want to do the whole shebang, right?
And you're starting at Lukla is like 9,000 feet, and base camp is 17,500 feet. So you need to walk that slow trail to start to build it up. And what I've been told is they do that multiple times in a couple of months. Like they'll go back and forth and back and forth. And then they'll spend like 6 to 8 weeks right at base camp before they start those types of up and downs.
And
Mind-boggling.
they used to fly people in like halfway to base camp. But obviously people weren't able to acclimate. So so people were dying. And so they stopped that. They don't allow people to do that. They have you're allowed to do like an airplane or a helicopter tour and maybe stop for a second at base camp, but you're not able to get out for a long period of time.
I was going to say, like, there has to be a way
Makes
to get a
sense.
helicopter or something in there,
Yeah.
right? Because, like,
Yes.
Helicopters.
if people are
Helicopters are a
dying,
little
they need
bit-
to get them out of there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And while we
So
were there, actually,
expensive.
yes, you have to get insurance. So
Well,
you have to
apparently
have
there's a lot of
helicopters.
money in painting, so.
But when,
If you work in hockey, yes.
They didn't need the rescue. They're good.
when we were there, somebody did get rescued, I think.
Yep.
Oh.
So,
Australian guy.
yeah.
That's,
We didn't have to use our insurance, so.
yeah, that's absolutely wild. I know someone
Yeah.
who used to do travel insurance, and it was all these kind of scenarios.
So I highly recommend anyone to do that, for sure.
Yeah, we really
That's
love
as far
the
as I
mountainous
would go up
adventure.
Everest. That's it.
Well,
Oh,
that actually
yeah.
sounds
Stop at base
like
camp.
a once in a lifetime opportunity just to go to the base. I didn't know that was like
Yeah.
a thing that people just traveled to the base to say,
Yeah,
I went to the
thing.
base of Mount Everest. That's kind of cool.
Yep.
Like our friend Jay Parent, who I think Jason, you would get along really well with Jay Parent. Jay loves to do, I love to do it too. I'm just fat now. Handstands in cool places. And that's an absolute like handstand spot, or me in the Wicked Awesome t-shirt. That's a Wicked Awesome spot.
Yes.
Yes.
I did that phase for a little bit, and I did do a handstand at the Taj Mahal.
Yep. But you would do the crow?
I would do the crow. I do the crow, the yoga pose.
Oh,
the
yes,
crow.
yes.
I've done that on some cool mountains.
So you two travel all around the world. Like, do you travel well? Has there been any moments, not trying to like pick a scab here, but let's pick a scab. Like
one.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
And it wasn't anything to do with me. Kind of, but not really. It was in Greece.
Oh.
It's the only time we've ever, like, she was ever like mad, but wasn't mad at me. She was just taking it out on me. Some street peddler put bracelets on her arm, and then we gave him money and she gave him money, and like we were scammed, and it was just
and he wanted more money.
He wanted more, and it was just a stupid street hustler, and we learned to never make eye contact with those types again. So it was a good travel learning experience. But other than that, we get along very well. We're really good. We should be on The Amazing Race. We are really good navigators.
I can't think of a better couple to go on that show. And I don't even really watch that show, but like
No,
the two of
we
you
don't.
just have the adventure spirit. So perfect.
Have you ever like applied for that?
No. My parents put me up to it though. They're like, you should do it.
Well, I mean, you're not going to get it. What does Wayne Gretzky and Steve Carell say? Michael Scott?
You miss 100% of the shots. You don't.
Yep.
No, we travel very well together. I think, to be honest, we probably have a hard time traveling with other people because we're so used to traveling together. We know our quirks. We know what we like to do. You know, we like to walk. Like we like to get out there and explore.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, everyone's different, so it's always different when we travel with people. I mean, we've never had a bad experience, but we're very good at traveling together. I can't think of a time where I was upset at him or anything.
No, we've done a couple of adventure trips in other countries where we were just put in a group of strangers, and you're like, here you go, here's your family, and then they're like, and it's so awkward the first couple of dinners because everyone kind of like groups together and they form their own cliques, and then by the end of it, they're your best friends, and you're like sad. It's like you're breaking up with somebody at the end of the trip because there's a few people that we keep in touch with from each trip once in a while, but you're not going to see these people again, especially in this group.
Like summer camp.
You know, so it's so rewarding, you know, and you can't take anything for granted on these because, you know, you form these bonds that only this group of people can really talk about.
Yeah.
Because I could tell you all these stories, but I can't get that same experience across to you unless you're there to experience it yourself.
Well, why don't we talk about your Nepal trip that you just did? Because I do believe you have a killer Code Brown in there somewhere that I heard about. But the stage race is absolutely incredible. Just following along on your social media pages, so why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
So we took our love for traveling and our new ultra lifestyle, and we wanted to kind of combine them together. And so I did some research and sent Meaghan some links. I'm like, hey, let's do this hard thing. And she's like, let me look at it.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, I don't know. Like Nepal, it looks it's like 8 days, a lot of elevation. You're also like altitude is really high, like high altitude. And I was like, I don't know, I'm not good enough for this. I shouldn't. And then what really drew me in though was the photos. They posted so many amazing, like beautiful photos of the terrain. And it was actually when you think runnable trails, it was certainly runnable compared to say a very technical trail. They were very runnable.
Very runnable.
And so when I saw that, I was like, okay, like it looks a little more manageable. So I told him, I go, you know what, let's do it. And so we ended up it wasn't really a wait list per se, but we had to sign up for
First come, first serve.
It was first come, first serve. Yeah. So we signed up for like a year.
Yeah. So for the following year's race, we wanted to make sure we could, you know, it's a lot of logistics when you're going. Takes 3 weeks because we take takes 3 days to get there, and then we spend some time to acclimate,
Mhm.
and then the race, and then then you got to do that back in reverse order. So it's a
Wow.
long flight.
Yeah.
But it was 105 miles was the race, but there's a lot of days where the mileage doesn't count. You have bonus hikes, and
Well, there's
Oh,
only one day
fun.
that the mileage didn't count.
but there was like optional excursions where you're
Yeah.
doing other walking around, so you're covering a lot
Okay.
of ground. And I think it was over 30,000 feet of climbing, but you're doing it in the thinnest air possible. So
Right.
we never came down below like 13.5, I think was the lowest. And then you reach, I think 17 was the highest we're at. But I think around 15 was pretty much your average elevation every day. So when you're going on a nice, easy, gradual downhill, you're like, why are my lungs working so hard?
Yeah.
And like you can only run for a little bit, then you have to walk on these easy, it should be easy runs.
So the mileage per day, I think our lightest mileage was 9 miles, and then our longest was about 16 and a half miles. So it wasn't, the mileage itself was manageable, and I think that's another reason why I was like, okay, it's not like we're doing like 30 miles every day. It was a little more manageable, but I mean 16 miles. We had 2 days that were 16 miles. The first day was day 2 or day 3, one of the two, and we actually did very well.
We're good at the long stuff.
We got like second overall that day, which was amazing.
Wait, are you running together all the time?
The whole time, this race, 100% together. We weren't being competitive. We wanted to take this in.
Yeah.
We didn't want to rush
Yeah.
through it. We took a million
We enjoyed it,
photos,
yeah.
videos.
Is this the race right here?
That's the one.
Yep.
That's oh my God, what a beautiful wow.
Told
So
you.
that picture, that was our acclimation hike, which was 9 miles, and it did not count towards our final mileage. So
Yeah, we
That's
did it every
crazy.
step
You
of the
have
way.
to do an acclimation hike just to do the race.
Yeah, that was to
It's
get to
not
the
like you
start
show
line.
up on race day and you just like, a couple hours set up your tent and your gear.
I
You're
know.
showing up and you need to pass a test before you can actually race.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean it was hot. I mean, we didn't know what to expect.
We're getting sunburned immediately because of our elevation.
Yes.
We had the crispiest calves on the trip.
Yeah. Yeah, we did
Wild.
not bring enough sunblock. That is 100% true. Yeah. So the first 16-mile day, we actually did very well. I think maybe because we were fresh. But then the second 16-mile day, or 15, something like that, is the day that maybe he didn't feel his best.
Right.
But overall, I think we did very well. We were, on the topper part of the ranking, which again didn't really matter. We were just having fun, but it was kind of cool that we ended up, close to the top.
Yeah.
And we met so many different people. We were only maybe like 6 Americans out of 50.
40. Well, 50 with
50.
Nepal, yeah.
53 people.
Wow.
We were 1 of 6 Americans. 2 of 6 Americans. So it was like, it was very strange almost because there was folks from Germany, Switzerland, Hong Kong,
Singapore. Australia.
Canada, Australia.
Wow.
There was like a large variety of people.
And the best part about that variety is we're all the same. We were there for adventure and to run and to share our passions. So like it makes me emotional thinking about it. Like it was so fun just to, here you go, strangers, and you're instantly like, where have you been? What have you done? You like to run this too? Like we're all the same. It's so cool.
It was
Good to
all
you.
different age ranges. There was a 19-year-old Nepalese male and female. I think they were both 19. And then I think our oldest gentleman that was there was 69, and the woman there was, I think, Brenda. I think she was 65, I think, for a woman. So it was a really big age range, and that's what's impressive to me is to be 65, 69 years old and running
Doing this.
in Nepal doing a staged race. That was very cool to me to see that, because that's what I want to do, when I'm in my 80s or 60s or whatever.
No, 80s. Go all the way through 80s. Yeah.
All
So-
the way.
You know what actually sounds really cool, and it's a part of the race that I would love, is the actual part when you're not racing.
Oh,
Yeah.
a lot of mingling.
Yes.
What was
Lot
that
of
like?
mingling.
Was it all set up? Did you have to bring your own stuff, or was it all pre-planned, part of the package? And then just the mingling with the people, like, were you eating meals together, or were you on your own? Tell us about like those parts of this race.
So everything was all inclusive. So the race entry fee covered an all inclusive trip. All the lodging was in like very nice but very simple tea houses. There was actually a couple of really nice ones that surprised me. They had our own bathroom, which didn't happen on the Everest trek. We were going in holes. But this one, there was a couple workable flushes, which was nice with access to water. Showers. We didn't shower every day because the water wasn't hot. And so,
If you weren't the first ones there,
yeah,
then you didn't get the shower.
you didn't get the, yeah. So, but yeah, so you would have these community rooms. You'd eat breakfast together. You'd have a packed lunch that they would give you. You'd eat on the trail as you needed. And then we would have a dinner. So we had a traveling cook with us that was fantastic staff, all traditional cuisine, all vegetarian,
Yeah.
all vegetarian.
Yeah, vegetarian.
So it was all well cooked food for you. You didn't go hungry. They'd always give you seconds or thirds and forced tea down you. They wanted to make sure you were hydrated. And so you're sitting in these rooms, these banquet rooms, sometimes be 2 rooms because it was a large group. And you would just you would have the people you'd gravitate to. You have the people that were from Germany and Switzerland that would kind of click together because they would like to speak their own language, but everybody spoke English. And so we would kind of like try to switch it up with people just to kind of get a feel from their background and, what are they like and where have they been? Where do you run? And, those kind of things. But most of the time we find ourselves going back to maybe people that we had more common with, or maybe someone that we might actually see again because they're closer to us, or we met these people from Germany that we might go see next year because they have a beer marathon right after or before.
After Berlin.
Right after the Berlin Marathon, they host a beer marathon that kicks off Oktoberfest. So, like, I would like to go and hang out with them because they were so fun, and
they just did the Trans Rockies race in Colorado.
That's the one I know about, and I was
Karen,
trying to
our
think of the
friend Karen
name.
does that one.
Yeah, Karen, Doozer, others have done that, and that's why I asked about what happens when you're not racing, because all those tents are set up.
You learn all
It's
this
a party.
stuff.
You have fun.
Yeah. I will say for me, it was probably the hardest part, only because, again, I'm not. It takes me time to loosen up and get comfortable with people. Once I get comfortable, it's fine. I feel like it's perfectly fine. But it's hard when you're surrounded by like 52 people that you've never met before,
That can be overwhelming. For real, yeah.
It's a little overwhelming. But I think, like Jay said, you kind of connect with, we connected with all the Americans, obviously, because we know what we're talking about in the States and stuff. But like you said, everybody's there because you like adventure, you like to run, so you always have something to talk about. You always have a connection with that, which I think makes it easier for sure. So
I love that common bond.
Yeah.
And the race director had been putting this race on for
10 plus
years, but he has 2 races that go on there in Nepal. And he always hires the same staff because they are so good and he is so good to them. And the Nepali people, they cater to you. They make sure that you don't touch a bag. Like, you're like, hey, I can carry my own. No, this is what I'm here for. No. You tell me where your room is, or they know where your room is.
Oh.
It's just super cool. So,
very well organized.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And that was the Mustang Trail Race.
Erica, add it to your bucket list.
Oh, it's already there. It's already there.
Find someone to go with. I just feel like you got to go with someone who will stay with you that whole time.
But I definitely had a Code Brown moment. Not a number 2 moment, but I thought it was. I was in a good mood most days. So Meaghan would be like maybe not so enthusiastic at times. So I always try to stay positive to boost her spirits in any situation. Well, this day Meaghan was doing phenomenal.
The one day I'm feeling really good.
And it was a very runnable day, like a couple of steep climbs, but lots of flat tabletops on the mountains. And the terrain is like packed dirt. It's not loose gravel.
It was like rolling hills.
Rolling, yeah. You could really crank. And this is, towards the end of the trip, and Meaghan is like flying. I can't catch her. And I'm like, she's like, what's wrong with you? And I have stomach pain. I'm like, I've been eating weird and I'm at elevation. I think I just have to go number 2. And so she's like, well, I'm like, just go ahead. I'll catch you. So there's no trees. There's no cover. There's just little thorny cactus bushes. And it's just sheer drop offs. And I'm like, I can see quite a ways in either direction. So I'm like, okay, nobody's coming from behind. There's nowhere to go but the side of the dirt trail. And I tried to like perch behind a rock. And I didn't have to go. I tried, and I'm like, I think I'm, constipated. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, well, I got to pee. So I stand up to pee, straight blood. I am seeing a straight red line, and my heart sank. First thing that comes to mind was, they're going to make me end the race. I'm not telling anybody. So
that did not make me very happy.
So Meaghan doesn't know at this point. So I hobble along and I try to like hold in the pain. It was all in my abdomen. I've had hernias before, so I'm like, it's just kind of like below my belly button, kind of like a constipation cramp. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I just don't feel good. And we hobble along, and then I'm kind of in a bad mood, so I'm being short and snappy. And she's like, what's wrong? You got to tell the doctor. I'm like, you want to see what's wrong? I peed in the sand right in front of her. Blood. I peed blood, and she's like, you need to tell the doctor. And I'm like, no, I'm going to die here. They are not taking me off this mountain. And that didn't go over well.
Yeah, so
I can't imagine it would.
Eric, when you asked earlier, was there a time
Yes, this is it.
This is the time.
Yes.
Now it's coming back to me. This is the time that I may have said something that I maybe shouldn't have, because I was feeling a little annoyed and irritated. But
I remember what you said.
I know what I said too. I like to repeat it, but anyways, I did get a little irritated at that.
So we had and it was really maybe 20 minutes of I'm pissed off and I'm going to run as hard as I can. Good luck catching me, because I'm finishing this race. And so I take off like an idiot, cramping up. And then we stopped, hugged in the trail, kissed, I'm sorry, made up. I'll tell the doctor, maybe. And so we make our way to the end of the race day. Across the finish line, I'm doubled over. We had a traveling doctor, and I'm like, doctor, I need to see you when you get a minute. Let me drink this tea and then come to my room. I can't do this here. And I took some photos of my urine in the toilet, and it was
just very dark.
It was it was
blood.
It was Coca-Cola. It was very bizarre. And I drink a lot. I know my body and I know my fluids. So something was going on. He gave me some medicine. He goes, you can finish the race. So that's all I needed to hear. He said, just monitor it.
Yeah, but you didn't say what he thought the reason was.
Oh, he thought I ate beets. He's like, he goes, you had beets yesterday. I maybe had 1 or 2. And he's like, it's just beetroot. And I'm like, all right, I eat beets at home. I had beets last night. I didn't have red beets today. So it's most likely I passed the stone. We think, but the next day it was spotty. He told me to drink beer. That will actually push things out. So I don't know if that's true. He's a very new doctor. So I drank beer. I peed clear, but the next morning I peed dark again. So it lingered all day and into the next.
So you just drink more beer then?
Drink more beer. But I finished the race. I stopped peeing blood, and life's good.
That was the 2 days before. So we were going into our last day of the race, and so he didn't want to have to stop the last day of the race. And
right,
a couple other people had gotten altitude sickness. So we had one woman from Germany. She had gotten a respiratory kind of infection, and so she couldn't run for 2 or 3 days. And then another gentleman who was also from Germany, he got a respiratory infection and had to he had to have like one of
So
those N95 masks and everything.
they're really like strict on if you can continue or not, because you did sign a waiver saying, you're under our supervision. So if you're sick, you need to either seek medical help or get below elevation. So I was nervous. I'm like, I do not want to end this trip. This is it. So, but all good. But that was my scary moment on a trip. Besides keeping my things.
All right, Meaghan, tell me, if they made him leave, if they helicoptered him back to home base, and you have 1 day left to complete this race, what are you doing?
So
he's not here. He's not listening right now. Speak your truth.
I would finish it because I know he would want me to finish it because it was only one more day.
All right, what if it was day one?
Okay, well, I don't know. That's a tough one. I'm not gonna lie, it was very expensive to get there, so I probably would continue. But because you're asking that, there was a husband and wife that did it together, and his wife, when we got to I think stage 3, she got altitude sickness and had to go back to the finish line basically. So he went back with her for a day, and then his wife was like, "You need to finish the race. You don't need to hang out with me." So I think that's exactly what you would say too. So I think because of the price of the race, I think we would have agreed that
as long as I'm not dying.
Well, right. You didn't say you were dying. So. If he was not dying, yes, I think he would want me to finish.
Yep.
And vice versa. But we did the race together, which I was very thankful for because, I mean, we are in a different country and, I don't want to get lost.
I signed it up for us. It was for us. It was to celebrate our accomplishments of what we can put ourselves through. And I just wanted to enjoy it with my wife. I didn't want to, I had nothing to prove. I didn't want to go. There was probably 5 to 8 people that I would have been competitive with. And it doesn't matter. Like, I want to take more pictures of them. Like,
yeah,
right.
I just wanted to do it with Meaghan. It was
right. You're not going there to say like you're not going there to be like we went there and we won. You won. Yeah. I mean that would be cool.
There. We went
it's
there.
like when the person asks you, "Did you win? You traveled all the way. Did you win?" No, you had the experience.
Yeah.
Hey, the one thing that we can say we did was we beat a Nepalese guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
I think
we beat a couple.
We beat a woman and a man, so that's an accomplishment.
Yeah,
they were unbelievable.
They were.
They invited some young Nepalese runners, and they were running an 8-minute pace up like a 22% grade.
Yeah,
it was with the oxygen. We're slowly sticking, and these guys were just zooming by us. It was pretty impressive.
Insane.
So well, Erica, I'm glad. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh, have you ever done a stage race before?
No, I have not. I would totally be up for one though. That sounds like fun.
Yeah, my only suggestion I would say is if you've never done one, I would start with one that's maybe a little shorter, like 5 days, only because 8 is a lot. I think if we do it again, I'd like to do one that's a little bit shorter because I mean, we did have to take like 3 weeks off from work, which is fine, but that's kind of a long time. Not everybody can do that. But
I feel like I would not be able to get away with that.
But hey, if you want to do a stage race, let us know.
I know who to call.
Are there stage races that you could do together, like as a threesome?
Yeah,
sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll definitely do it.
Yeah,
you should do it. You should do Trans Rockies.
I don't think they're doing that anymore. I think this was the last year.
Oh, really?
I feel like that was a thing. Don't quote me on it, but we can ask Karen.
You on it.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what we learned about Trans Rockies? Would you do a baby bird shot from a complete stranger?
I don't know. Oh, is that where someone spits in your mouth?
Pretty much.
Somebody takes a shot and like puts that shot in somebody else's mouth. It's too much germs, and I'm so grossed out by that. I'm so grossed out.
No. Would you? No.
He might. I don't know.
Friends, yeah.
You said total
you know
stranger.
What? I probably would. Yeah.
If it makes people laugh,
first or what?
It's for a good story and for a good laugh.
Yeah.
Depends on how drunk I am to begin with. If I'm not drunk at all, no.
Well, this was
If I had
this
a
was
few,
that Trans
maybe.
Rockies. They did it in the middle of the race.
I thought it was at the
Oh.
end. I don't know.
Oh, it might have been at the end, and it might have not been with strangers, but
I'm out.
Yeah.
Would do the race, not a baby boat shot. But I'm so glad that you guys made it through that, I guess, essentially in one piece, and you didn't have to quit. So you guys got to complete that together. And I know that you guys do love doing stuff together. And I know that you guys completed Ghost Train together last year. And I was privy to seeing you guys at the halfway point. I was volunteering out at one the middle aid station. Yep, I was in my penguin one.
Yeah.
So it was really good to see you guys out there just absolutely crushing it. But Meaghan, was that your first 100-miler?
Yes, it was. Yep.
What a perfect one to choose.
Yes. Yeah. I'm gonna go back this year, so I know I'll see you.
Yes.
So I'm going into it with a different plan. So Jason wants to run by himself this year because he wants to push it and try to see how fast it can go. But I think I'm gonna kind of go my own pace and see if I can hopefully do better. But if I can just get that 100, that's all I care about.
Nice. That's my goal for this year too. And hey, if I see you out there, I will happily share miles with you.
Oh, I think
How will
see each
you-
other.
how will you then, will you have a crew if you're not going to run together? Are you going to have support there, or are you just going to have a base camp and kind of like high five when you pass each other?
So we didn't have a crew last year either. And we kind of just...
We invited my mom to come and spectate because my mom will text us all through the race because she loves to follow along, and I love that.
Mm-hmm.
But typically we don't have crews or pacers. We do things independently. We set up our base camp at all of our races, really, and we run together in the past for stuff, but we don't have a pacer per se.
Mm-hmm.
So this year we're going to be independent.
Yeah.
Have you done that before then? Have you run independent before? Same race, but not different plans?
Well, ADU that we just did, we ran separately. But just to touch back on Ghost Train, I do have a friend who just did 100 at Pineland Farms this year, and she did offer to pace me at Ghost Train. So she might come out and help me. But ADU is one race that we've ran together, different plans. I would say when we run individually, Jason's just so much faster than me. He kind of just does his own thing. So he ran 20 miles more than me at ADU this year.
Mind blowing. Mind blowing.
There's no competition there. But I'm trying to think, Pineland Farms is another one that we've run separately, but
We've merged together towards part.
yeah, near the end. Usually when he kind of gets to the point where he knows he can reach his goal, he'll kind of stick with me for a little bit and help me feel better about myself, because by that point I'm usually sad and crying. But I think next year we've kind of had a conversation that I think we need to do races separately, because I think, me personally, I would actually benefit from his help as a crew member. Because it's really hard to get all your water, get your food, get the ibuprofen or whatever it is, and try to remember it all. And we've never had any crew help us. We don't have friends that come and hang out with us for the whole weekend, and it's really hard to do that. So I think we've kind of had a conversation about a couple races next year where he's done 15 plus 100-milers, and he can probably help me out on a couple of them. So
Absolutely.
I think that's what we might do for a couple races at least next year, and he can pace me, and he's not in the race. He's got fresh legs, and he can keep me positive and enthusiastic. So that might happen a little bit next year, but Ghost Train will run separately for that, just because he wants to. It's a good course to run.
Yeah, I want to try to continue that pace ahead ADU and see if I can do it for 30 hours.
Oh my God. Oh, so you're going for a course record then, huh?
Well, I have a goal, but I don't know what the course record is. I don't want to look it up. I
couldn't tell you, so
I just want to go. I just want to go, and whatever happens, and I'm sure it will be a great time.
That's fantastic. I will be out there every time I see you being like, yo, keep going.
He'll fly by us 2 or 3 times, 4 times, Erica. Don't worry about it.
Definitely. We'll be trucking, just trying to get in under the wire. At least me. I'll be like last minute, golden hour. That's my thing. And just getting it done. But hey, whatever you can do is gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
So then, Jason, if you don't have a crew and you're going all out, but Meaghan's also racing at her own pace, like, what's your setup? You make pit stops. You got to be efficient. You got to be fast. Do you have it all figured out?
I feel like I have really good experience now doing these types of distances. So I don't have it all figured out, but I get better every time. So I know what works for me, and I know where I'll have a downfall. If I don't stay on eating solid foods, I will fail. So I've learned from that lesson, and so I'll have my food box, and I've got my gear box, and I know that I'll probably I carry a handheld, or this time I'll probably carry a bag, but I'll keep food, and I'm really diligent about every hour eat something, even if I'm not hungry, get it down. And then when I get to my base camp, I'll eat something solid, whether it's a sandwich or eggs or lunch meat, something substantial other than, just gels and sugar.
Mm-hmm.
But
he can guzzle a protein shake in like 3 seconds.
yeah, I can run.
He guzzles
That's a
a protein
special
shake.
skill.
Yes.
I can eat Thanksgiving dinner and run whatever pace you want me to run. Like, it doesn't, I like having
It's
a
a
full
beautiful
stomach.
thing.
It is. I cannot do that.
So, but there's times where I'm like, that's terrible, but I got to get it down. So like at ADU, towards the end, like I stopped. I didn't want pizza slices that was there. So I'm like, I know what I have. I have peanut butter. I didn't want peanut butter, but it was in a squeeze tube. I filled my mouth with it and swallowed it like a pill. I don't know how I didn't choke, but it tasted terrible. But I just peanut butter, swallowed it, and then I continued my race.
You did have pizza too.
I did, but after that.
Uh-huh.
So.
Wow.
I
No,
think
that really is impressive.
Yeah. And the peanut butter is very impressive.
But I knew it would fill my belly.
A lot of the races that we do are the ones that are, what do you call that? Like
Loops.
a loop. So
Small loop.
like having that home base is really nice for that purpose. I feel like there's not a lot of races that are point to point. There's the mid-state massive, which is point to point, but a lot of the ones that we've done are the loop style. So they're either like ADU is 2.45.
Mm-hmm.
Last man standing is like 4.2. And I think we've up in Pineland Farms is like 6.5. Yeah. So it's like they're short enough that you can like kind of fill up your hydration pack or your handheld every lap or two.
Yeah. Mid-state and Riverlands I've done, and it's just different packing. Because mid-state, especially where it's point to point, and I did it without a crew. I had some like visitors. Meaghan held me for a couple of hours, just keep it company. She forgot my sandwich at mile 30. No, but I know what I'm in for. Like
I ended up doing
yeah, you did. You did. But and then our friends Nick and Jackie, their people that they were crewing actually stopped. So they're like, "Hey, do you want us to follow you?" I'm like, "Sure." So I had something to look forward to every stop. It was great. But no, carrying enough calories is definitely is something you want to try to perfect the best you can. Like drinking is easy. Like I'm pretty good. I can get down liquids, but food is you got to get those calories. It's so important.
One tip I would say for anyone who's not doing this that I started this year is, and I gotta give credit to my friend Jess Sibley because she's the one that told me about it. Is I have a Coros watch, but I think Garmin, I'm sure any watch does it, is I have a nutrition alert on my watch. And it goes off every 45 minutes. And for me, that's very, very, very helpful because I can't put a whole packet of peanut butter in my mouth. So I like to have the reminder that to eat something. And it's very helpful. I did that at ADU and I did that at Riverlands this year. In Pineland kind of, but and it was very helpful. So that's one thing I want to say to anyone that's watching is if they're not doing that and they have trouble with their nutrition and remembering to eat, get the nutrition alert. It's very helpful.
I do like that tip. I'm writing that down.
That's cool. That's cool. I feel like we haven't even picked the scab here
I
on everything that two
What
of
is
you have
with
done.
you and scabs today? Ew,
I don't know.
Pick a new
I don't
metaphor.
know. It's a good one. It's a good one. But like, I know Jason's bedtime's coming up because we haven't even talked about you running at 3 a.m, before 3
Yeah.
a.m, like super long runs.
That's the discipline.
Right. We
Mhm.
haven't talked about ADU. We
I
haven't gotten
know.
to our final couple questions yet. I have a feeling you have to come back on the pod, maybe after Ghost Train, maybe in person. You know,
Let's
we
do
got
a
Yeah.
Ghost Train special.
Yeah. Ghost Train special.
Because
In
Eric said he
costume?
was gonna. Ooh, that'd be a great idea. But Eric might be my crew, or he might show
Me?
up at some point.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you are
When-
close enough where
When
you
did
can
I
come
say
by.
that?
Well, I got Tara, possibly Lindsay.
I don't
But
think I ever committed to
you
crewing.
won't come. Come on, come on. It's like
Yeah,
it's like
do
a half an hour from your house.
If you have any ideas for any people who want to crew us, you let us know because we would take any crew.
In fact, yeah, if I were to
happily
crew
share
anybody, I'm
mine.
crewing them.
Tara,
Which honestly,
we
I
got
wanted
Tara.
to say, I feel like if you had a crew, that would be a whole new learning experience because you're so used to what you're used to.
Yeah, you got to let people do things for you. That's very difficult. I've
And you
learned
got
that
to
the hard
listen.
way.
Like Megan, when you
They know
start
what's
just
best.
crewing for Jason, you think when you have a level head and he's at mile 99, and
Right.
you tell him to do something, you think he's going to be like, I know what I'm doing, or you think he's going to listen to you. Like, oh my God, I want to be there for that, or at least I want to hear that story. But hey, we got a lot more to cover, but we also have these two final huge questions. They're super important. They're super tough. Some people say they're the hardest questions in the world to answer, and I'm going to go first. So you know the drill. We're having this huge pasta dinner this year. Everyone from 2025 is welcome, including the rest of our pod fam. And you can bring anyone you want, dead or alive. But I added something. I don't know if you know this yet. No family. Who are you going to take to our pasta dinner?
Oh my God.
Okay, I know. Easy. I'm going to bring my friend Brett Tarr. He passed away a couple years ago, and I really would like to see him again. So he would come with me for sure.
That's a great answer.
But my big question, we have a Spotify playlist and we like to invite our guests to add an awesome song to it. So I don't know if you guys listen to music when you run, but if you would like to add a song, what would you add?
Oh, you go first.
Should I say that? Should I choose? Okay.
No, different.
Should I choose it? I've been on a podcast. Should I choose a different song? Or the
You
same
can pick
song?
whatever you like. Did you already pick one for this? Because it might
And what are
already
you
be
talking
on
about?
there.
You've been on another podcast.
I've been on one other
So
podcast.
I'll go. So
And they
we
asked
just-
the same question. Yeah, see, I told Eric, I told you forever ago.
I've
Like
had it
everybody
for
does that.
longer. Maybe I don't know who it
Oh,
is.
that's
but-
okay. I can say the same song.
I love
But
to give Eric
so
a shit.
so we
I
just
love
went and saw Volbeat. So I've been on a Volbeat kick lately.
Yeah.
So
Swedish rock band.
yeah, it's Danish.
Yeah.
Danish. They're awesome.
okay.
So I definitely put some Volbeat on there.
Is there a specific
Is-
song you like best?
Like Warriors Call is one, right?
Warriors Call. I'd go Still Counting. Still Counting's the best.
You got it.
I'm gonna say the same song because I really like it. Because I don't know why, but it pumps me up. It's called Winner's Circle. It's okay. So Winner's Circle by Rock Ness Monster.
Ooh,
That is pretty
I
bad.
love that.
And I like it because it's just upbeat. It's basically saying it kind of relates to running a lot because it's saying you put in the work, you trained for this race, you have put in the time, you put in the effort, and if you make it to the finish line, you're a winner. Even if you make it to the start line, you're a winner. It's like we're all winners here. So
That is perfect. That's
Yeah.
what we were looking for. You nailed
yeah.
it.
So I don't know who I bring to a party, but I know that that's the song that I like.
Perfect.
The group the same.
You know, I'm going to pick your guest for the party.
Yeah.
I
Go
want you to
for
bring
it.
Flat Lori.
Okay.
I
All
feel
right.
like she's basically pod fam at this point. Isn't
Yeah,
she going
but
anyways?
she's not a guest yet this year. Lori, come on the pod.
Okay. You got
And
it.
that's your +1 because
How
I want
about
Lori to come.
Flat Ronnie? Do you know who that is?
No.
Flat Ronnie? I know who Flat Stanley is.
Flat Ronnie is from the Howard Stern show, so only those who follow the Howard Stern show would understand.
I don't know that. I don't know. That name doesn't ring a bell. They got the one guy. I only see Howard Stern clips.
Oh.
And there's
It's
been a lot
literally-
lately because isn't he done soon? Isn't he
Yeah, probably
retiring?
at the end of the year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, not officially, but maybe at the end of the year. But-
He'll go on to something else. He'll start a podcast or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Produced by Monday Night Media, maybe. We can't confirm or deny that yet. So, hey, I do want to know one more thing. And we'll have you back one day in person, like we said, and we can hear more of these stories. But you have a bedtime very early. It's coming up. It's fast approaching. I think once we hang up, your head's going to hit the pillow because you wake up like before most of us go to bed to run.
Sometimes.
Yeah. When did this start? Do you do it daily every day, or is it only like when you're really focused on something?
Well, so I work. My workday starts at 7 a.m. and I can work up to an hour and a half away sometimes. So I always make sure I get my either gym or run done before I have to commute to work. And so, my alarm goes off at 2:30 for, I don't know, at least 5 or 6 years, but I was probably 3 before that, so I'm just trying to set it back earlier because I can get more done. So I like running in the dark. I don't know what else to say. So I'll sleep 7:30 to 2:30 most days. And then if I'm going to do a long run, like if I want to run 20 or 25 miles before work, I might get up at 1, or it's not all the time. But Meaghan, she gets up. Tomorrow is our run day together. So Meaghan will get up at 3:30 and I will be ready to go because I'll still get up at 2:30, have breakfast, and we'll be out the door before 4 o'clock tomorrow.
So what's for breakfast so early in the morning?
Always oatmeal.
Oatmeal.
Always
Hot?
oatmeal. Hot oatmeal with about 20 chocolate chips and 2 tablespoons of sugar-free maple syrup every day for like years.
Yeah.
You got it down to a science there.
Every day.
Before that, you used to eat Raisin Bran.
That's it.
Yep.
I eat the same thing for lunch.
That's a whole different.
That's a whole podcast. Jason eats.
Jason Eats. The Jason Eats pod. Nice.
Well,
This
I
is
commend you
fun.
guys. I commend you guys for sticking to your routine and just getting it done. I am the complete opposite. I will milk every second out of my morning sleep that I can. I wake up probably 5 minutes later than I should every day, and I barely get to work on time. Oh, but I need the discipline in my life.
You're still getting your exercise in, though. That's important.
Yeah.
So,
That is true. That
it
is
doesn't
true.
matter when you get it in, as long as you get it in.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Miles to mile. I don't care how fast or how slow it is. Miles to mile. I don't care how far you go. Any effort is all that matters.
That is true. I went for a run right before we started talking, actually, and the weather changed and it's not humid and it was 75
amazing.
degrees, and I was like, this is my happy place.
Yeah, this is the spot. This is the sweet spot.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was
Thank you.
ideal today
Almost
for
fall.
sure. Yeah.
Sure
Yeah.
was.
Well, this was amazing. It was a lot of fun. It was spontaneous in a way because we just planned this in the last 48 hours.
I'm glad you guys were so flexible. This was a lot of fun to
It
get
was
to know
very
you guys
fun.
a little bit better too. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
you guys are just awesome.
And we could have talked for hours because we didn't even talk about ADU this year when you absolutely crushed it, absolutely dominated. Will you be back at ADU next year?
Probably not. Oh, not because we don't enjoy the race. That's not why. It's just it took us to get down there. It took us 7+ hours, and to get home, it took us 7+ hours.
Traffic is horrible this year.
The summer traffic just it was horrible. So
Get a helicopter.
Easy for you to say. They need the stoolie money. Let's get
I
the
told,
stoolie
I
money.
told Jay, I said we have to do the 6 hours because we've done the 12 and the 24, but it's going to take us longer to get down there to actually run the race.
Oh my God, you're right.
So we may not be back next year, but maybe certainly in the future years.
Yeah.
But it just took us so long to get down there. It was a little. We were exhausted. It took us a long time to get home.
Yeah.
That is fair.
I'll tell you, I'm really glad you saw us there when we did trail cleanup last year.
Yes.
Yes.
And you were like, you're the podcast guys. And I was like, yeah. And it blew my mind even more after I realized there was no email connection or crosstalk, and you just saw
No.
us. You were actually following us for
Yeah.
quite some time.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, and then I see people that have been on your podcast that I see at races, and I'm like, I've seen them before, and it's just kind of cool.
They pop up
That's
on
awesome.
social media.
That's awesome. What a
Good
cool thing
stuff.
we're doing. This was great. You two are amazing. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed that.
Yeah, that's
Jason
great.
and Meaghan on the On the Runs podcast. That was wicked awesome.
Thank you, guys.
Meaghan, Jason, I love the two of you. You are so much fun, and you're just a wealth of knowledge and stories, and just so fun to be around. You guys were amazing, and I'm so excited that I get to see you again so very soon at Ghost Train, which is coming up in less than a month from now. Oh, I cannot wait, and it's going to be such a good time being out there with you.
Lots of cool people going to be that Ghost Train. That's
Oh,
going to be
hell
fun to
yes.
see. Maybe I can be there and show up.
I really
What do you
hope
think?
you
You
can.
think I should do an ultra right before New York City? Think that's smart?
I think you should walk one lap with me. We could do a
Hey,
run walk, 15
Maybe
miles.
I sign up for the 15-miler or something.
It's either that or you can get me to run walk, and you could be the hard ass to get me to keep going.
That's also the same weekend as New England half. Yeah, that's coming up fast.
It
Coming
is.
up really quick.
It's a month,
So-
about a month. The 18th, 19th of October, something like that.
Speaking
17th, 18th?
of other races, I think we're going to be at the Newburyport half.
I certainly hope so. I think that'll be so cool to get to do another live recording.
We're thinking
Man, is this our life
recording.
now? Do we get to do this now?
This is life. This is
What
life.
happened?
We're gonna be. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna do it again. I really wanted to do New England half, do it in front of the State House, but we'll do that next year. You'll have to miss Ghost Train.
Oh,
We're-
I will save the date.
All right.
Maybe I'll
But
volunteer the night before.
we're gonna do more of these live shows, guys. Not only the one we have in a couple days at Marathon Sports. So be there, please, on Thursday and come say hi. We do encourage you to sign up for the event. It's free, but you should sign up. Find the link in bio and everything, and I'll be posting about it again. But we're gonna do the Newburyport half. I am going to be at the Manchester Marathon, and I'm going to bring in an amazing co-host to sub in for you because you are running the Boston Half Marathon, but
Yes.
you will probably still show up to Manchester.
I will swing
right
by.
after.
Yeah, because I'm only running a half marathon. It starts a little bit before the whole marathon does. So the best I can do is run as fast as I can and shoot right back up north. So
Get the
I'll try
content,
my best.
though. You got to get the
Yes.
content.
Yes.
That one's a must. Your
Yep.
homework, by the way, you did a great job on the playlist.
Did I? Okay.
You really did. I have one. I looked at it again. There's one more song I want you to remove and one I want you to add in its place. And
Okay.
I like that you made it. It's almost an hour. I would almost encourage maybe add 2 or 3 more songs to get it over, only because we'll play it before the show starts.
Mhm.
But when the show ends, we'll continue the playlist from where it left off.
Sure.
As everyone's kind of funneling out and taking their pictures with you and KJ and Nicole, not me, of course. And it will be kind of cool. Just like I'm trying to set the ambiance and the feeling of like just this good energy.
Gotcha.
Good energy.
I'm glad you liked it. I took your suggestion, and when I created a playlist, it kind of gave me similar songs, and I just kept scrolling. I was like, "Ooh, I like this one. Ooh, I like this one. This one kind of fits." And then it just kept going from there. So I'm happy to take your notes and make some substitutions and make it the playlist you like.
Well, I'm going to tell you what to remove right
now?
And
Sure.
everyone can get a
I got a
little
pen.
bit of a vibe. I'm having you remove Every Little Thing She Does Is Magic by the Police.
Yeah.
Which is a great song, but I actually prefer a version by the band called Raw. They're a rock band from New England.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
You know who they are?
Yeah.
You
because
know
of you.
Raw?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I think we've talked about this before, and I had the
We
same
have.
reaction.
Yeah.
But I want you to add Weapon of Choice by Fatboy Slim.
Okay.
Yes. Have you ever seen that music video?
Probably. I
Christopher
was very
Walken
big into the
is the
MTV VH1
Yeah.
show, like music
Same.
videos. So
Same.
there's a good chance.
And then I don't want you to be, so the other song I had you add to it later, I noticed you removed the song I asked you to remove and you added the song I asked you to add, but that song is now the last song. I don't want Weapon of Choice to be the last song. I want it to be in that first, 3 or 5.
So on the phone, you can't pick where it goes. I have to do it on the computer because I can drag and drop it. So I will, I just, when we're done with this, stay on the line and I will do it while you're right here.
I don't mind the song that's being last.
Just tell me what song you want
I think
last.
it's kind of cool that it's last, but at the same time, not trying to rub it in anyone's face, but I could picture one or two people would be like, oh, they're rubbing it in my face. That's not.
I don't even know what's last right now. Like, I forget what I did for you, but I'll
How do you
check it
like
out
me
after.
now by the Heavy?
It is kind of funny.
Right? Come on.
Yeah. So we'll play around with it. You can tell me where you want it and we'll make it work.
Well, Jason and Meaghan were awesome. Next time it has to be in person. So maybe
absolutely
a year from now or something. Like, that was cool. Did you guys like that it was a couple, 2 people, 2 guests? Let me know. Let us know if you liked it. Tell us, of course, that you loved them. But if you didn't like the 2 guests, like if you loved it and you want more, we'll do more of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it doesn't have to be couples. It could be, well, I would prefer it to be actually, because
I totally enjoy that myself, just to give my opinion, because we had Darius and Star and they just the way they play off of each other.
We don't do it enough, maybe.
I think
Do you
it's
guys
really
like
cool. You get a bunch of different, like, I don't know, you get more banter that way. And you get to see how they really are, like, as a couple. And I enjoy that.
Well, all right. We've talked enough about all that fun stuff. Now we can go to the board. We can go to me. Because Erica never asked about me.
I know that NASCAR weekend is this coming weekend, like the 20th, right?
It's NASCAR week right now.
You went to set up, right?
Yeah. So everybody starts filing into the racetrack the week before. So we show up with the campers on Saturday. We have our spot. We get our setup. We spend the night. Like, there's thousands of campers there already. And there'll be over 5,000 campers by Friday of this week.
5,000 campers? Holy shit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Maybe even more. Like, you should see these pictures, just like campers galore.
Wow.
Like, a NASCAR race is a tailgate party all weekend long. That's what it is.
Okay.
Unlike football, where you tailgate for a couple of hours. Like, just picture a parking lot at a football game. Everyone's tailgating. It's NASCAR. That's NASCAR, but campers all weekend long.
Wow.
Including sometimes the day after. So it's like, definitely over 5,000 campers by Friday. But we enjoy, like, we ride the bikes all around the property. You can, like, we took a walk last night at 9 p.m. with the kids in their pajamas, and the boys were in Victory Lane because we walked through the tunnel underneath the track into the infield. It's just like you can go. Yeah, which you can't typically do, but all the gates are open. It's weird, but it's actually kind of nice during race week. By Wednesday or Thursday, you can't do that. There'll be security everywhere.
Yeah.
So we couldn't do it next week, but that's what we do. And we kind of check out everything and drive around and just see everything they've done to improve and grow. Like, to see, I always like to say how this podcast evolves, but to see how that racetrack has evolved since 1990. We've been going since the 90s. It's incredible. Wow. And you can find pictures of it from, like, the first ever race in 1990. There's a freaking swamp in the middle of the racetrack. And there's still a river, like a stream that goes through the racetrack, and they've built whatever to make it go underneath. And you can find it on both the north and south end. But it used to be like you would watch a NASCAR race in the 90s, early 2000s, and they're going over a river, essentially, in a way. So it's cool. It's fun. It's one of my few happy places, like, because it's like the first day of school. You know, it's a lot of fun showing up, and you always see the same people because everyone camps in the same
It's
spots.
your homecoming. It's your homecoming. Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. So we went there, did all that, and I ran with my sister. Here's a funny story about how the two connected. So one, Hannah was home to pick up a car. She bought a car, and she's taking it back to New York City. She bought my parents' car. That's why she came here.
Oh, gotcha.
So we planned this run for a while now, and we ran the Londonderry Rail Trail, and we met at the Park and Ride. So we would pass the car a couple of times, and we could get fuel and water. And she ran her fastest run ever.
Amazing.
And she did it while holding a conversation the whole time. I think she's quicker and faster and stronger than she actually knows. Because she's like, I've never run that fast. I definitely couldn't hold that up for a marathon. I'm like,
how many miles did you do?
She did 9 with me. And ran like a 9:24 pace.
That's
and
great.
She's never run like under a 10-minute pace. So
live now she has.
She's got it. And I found out some, sad news from Hannah, but apparently you and I are not the reason she started running.
I'm okay with that. How is that sad news?
She started running because of the New York City Marathon, not us.
That's still a pretty good reason. Whatever
thought it was
somebody's
us.
reason is to start running is great. I will never criticize anyone for why they started.
I thought it was us. I thought we were the magic ingredients.
Check your
to her
ego.
running journey.
No ego, amigo. I love those buttons. Yep.
So, anyways, we had a great run. She's the one who found your car. She's just like, oh my
no
God,
way.
6. She didn't know it was your car. She pointed out the license plate.
Oh, that's too funny.
Yeah.
And then you're like, wait a second. You also found Jay's truck as well, because I saw you gave him the windshield wiper treatment as well.
Yeah, had to. But I'm telling her during the run that I lost my flip belt.
Oh,
and I think I'm going to buy a new one because we're talking hydration packs, vests, flip belts, all this. I go, I lost it, and I'm going to have to buy a new one.
Mm-hmm.
And then less than 24 hours later, I found it. You want to take a guess where it was?
One of the boys stole it.
It was in the camper.
Oh, well, good. I'm glad you found it so you didn't
to
have
the
to buy a
racetrack.
new one.
So
yeah, good.
Yeah. So it was a great weekend. It was a heavy week in the country, but we had a good time. I think everyone got away, enjoyed less Facebook and more running.
Mm-hmm.
Reach the Beach was a success. You ran a 9/11.
I'm super
feeling
pumped.
great for New York.
Good.
And you got Chicago in less than a month.
I have Yeti in like a week and a half.
I know, that's right. Like Chicago's like 5 races from now for you.
Oh, I get to run 100-miler and then hopefully taper for 2 weeks and then go try to run a fast marathon.
And then we got our
I'm dumb.
big live show.
The live show.
I got one more thing for you, actually.
What?
I had this in the notes for last week, and we never mentioned it, and I'm kind of glad we didn't because more developments happen. Because sometimes when things happen, it just blows up and goes viral, and it's amazing. Sometimes you're like, what were you thinking? And in this case, did you see the Phillies Karen who took the baseball from the kid?
Never take a ball from a child, ever. You will get destroyed.
So you see everyone giving all the hate, and screw hate. Hate sucks. No hate. Just I don't think they ever identified her. The only shitty thing was they like thought they identified her, and then they said it's so-and-so from this school, and the school's like, nope, that's not her.
Oh,
and
no.
if it was her, she would have caught the ball. And then somebody else was like, well, got pinned to be the girl, and she goes, I'm not even a Phillies fan. I like the Red Sox. So I don't think they ever figured out who she was, but not the point. The boy, did you see what the family got after all this?
Yeah,
Like,
didn't he get like a signed baseball bat and he got to meet the player and
But what else? What else?
I don't know.
The CEO of Camping World gave their family a camper.
No way. No way.
Yeah. The same one I have. The same CEO who gave me a camper.
Well, then I shouldn't say
Yes.
that. I was like, hey, no. I was going to be like, well, then, hey, all the Karens go take baseballs from children and make the children get all this fun crap because
Yeah,
you're
you could be like, I was doing him a favor.
mean. That's just not, no, don't do that.
That was something else. What
Oh
a
my
week.
God.
What a week. What a crazy.
So
It was
much
weeks
happened.
ago.
Yeah.
We need
Unreal.
Taylor and Travis to do something again to just unite the country.
They're going to elope.
I know, it's going to be boring. It's not even going to be like, it's just going to be one day
not
like,
gonna
oh, we
elope.
did it. An Instagram posts, your gym teacher and English teacher eloped. Not even going to be fun. Like, they're not going to let us watch. You know, we could all, like, they could do
telling you.
pay-per-view. We would all pay pay-per-view for that.
Honestly, I'm telling you, they will there will be a documentary on it.
Sure.
I,
Netflix,
almost
Amazon.
guarantee it.
They'll
Yeah.
get a big payday.
Absolutely.
Yeah. They'll
They
do
gotta
their
pay
own
for that
thing,
wedding
and you'll have
somehow.
to just pay them for it.
Yeah, probably.
We should
Worth it,
offer them
though.
to, like, come run a
Entertaining.
5K with us.
Hey, you put it out there. Maybe they'll say yes. You never know.
Taylor and Travis.
Shoot your shot.
Want to
Shoot your
go
shot,
for a
man.
run? Let's do like a 10-miler.
They can do it. Taylor is like an elite endurance athlete.
Come
not
to
even
New
kidding.
Hampshire. John at Millennium. Like, what could we do? Could we get them here? Could we get them at a race? Like, run with Travis and Taylor. Well,
God, that
DJ
would sell
Darren
out
Roy will be
instantly.
playing Taylor Swift tunes the entire time.
We're going to need an in with Millennium because we'd never be able to get in otherwise. Those entries would be gone immediately.
We'll just, let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Let's manifest this.
Do it.
Let's do it. Oh my God.
I would be there. I would 100% be there.
Kelseys and Swifties, unite. Let's make this happen. Erica, have a great week. I'll see you on Thursday at the live show. Take us home.
I hope to see all of you out there at the show as well. Thank you for listening. You know we love you.
Don't fear the code brown.
And don't forget to stretch.